can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't.
Hello, everyone, and it's Pops. So today I want to talk about a couple of things. We'll talk about Pelosi, and I'm going to talk about Gates with the farmland, what's going on with that situation, and maybe a couple other things, that's going on. So before I even start with Pelosi, because I can't stand her, I have to admit, I believe she's a witch, but that's beside the point. Who elected this woman to go traveling around the world acting like she is the leader of the United States? I don't know who's worse, her or Potato Head. I mean, they're both bad, but look at this picture. Look at these people obeying their masters, wearing it. 2 years later, she's still wearing it, wearing the diaper. She has to show, because she's a puppet, she has to show her masters that are above her that she is still their slave. So, look at this. This is absurd. The president of Taiwan, look at her. She's got like a 10-cent mask on. At least Pelosi's got a little style in her mask, She got an expensive one. Look at these people. Basically, all Asian people now have submitted to their slave masters. Still going on, wearing face diapers. Totally absurd. But I'd like to know who the fuck made this person here, Mrs. Witch, the leader of the United States. I never heard of a Speaker of the House traveling all over the world acting like they're almost the president. Okay? We'll get into why she went there. Okay? There's a lot of bullshit out there. I got a couple ideas why she went there. All right? But she went to Ukraine. Then she's going to Taiwan, Japan. She's going on an Asian tour. Is she going there with her bag to collect her money? Like, why is this witch traveling all over the world acting like she's the leader of the country? And they said, well, we can't, Congress could do, she could do whatever she wants. The president and all of them don't have any jurisdiction over her. Potato Head's not my president anyway. But who elected her? Who made her? She's the president. She's traveling alone. She represents us. She's half drunk every time she talks. I don't know what she's on. Okay? But let's get into it now. So, this is her. Ridiculous. She's traveling all over the country, acting like who she is with her mask on her face. She can't even show her face. China's pissed off, supposedly. I don't believe it. I think it's all an act. It's all a show. But let's get into it. I mean, she's acting like she's the real deal. She's definitely out of, she's not going to be the speaker soon. They're getting rid of her. So is she making her last hurrah? So here we go. This is just some basically far left, I think, anyway. Why Pelosi planned to visit Taiwan is such a big deal for China. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is flying to Asia. The second most powerful politician in the United States will visit Singapore. Well, I think she's the third most powerful. Because you got the president, vice president, and her. right? So they said second. I don't know. I never heard of a Speaker of a House since, who was it? Kissinger. He traveled for some reason because he was a big part of the New World Order, Kissinger. So why is all of a sudden she traveling all over the place? I guess the vice president, they don't want the heckler, so they send the drunk. I mean, did you ever hear her talk, Pelosi? It's crazy. So the time of Pelosi's visit is also aggravating to Beijing. Xi is preparing for approaching confirmation for a third term of the party's general secretary, which the elections don't, I don't think the elections matter in China. They don't matter here anymore. Why would they matter in China? I mean, they got the same machines that we're using here. So why did she go? So is she looking to, she's not looking to do anything. She's with them. Is this all a show to get China into a war with us or into a war with Taiwan? Now, they're claiming she's going there because of the computer chips. Why is it the United States is reliant on all these other countries? Now we gotta kiss Taiwan's ass for computer chips? Why don't we just make them? Not like we can't retool and restructure to make them, right? So is she going there, to start stuff, to get people aggravated? Is she not agreeing with the New World Order anymore? What is going on here? Nobody can figure out why she's really doing this. Okay? I think she likes the attention. That's the first thing. I think she loves the attention. All right? And I think there's something going on behind the curtain. Now, what could that be? Well, it could be a couple of things. Look at her. She's flying on a plane. Looks like Air Force One almost. I mean, like, the tree. Something's wrong here. There's something behind the curtain. Is she going to shake down Taiwan? Telling them, look, we want this amount of money, or but I need to be in my Swiss bank account somewhere, or else we're not going to protect you. We're going to let China come in. Or is she going there to collect money and they already have her money? I mean, like, what's going on? So my theory is she's there in one or two things. Either they got a lot of stuff on her and Biden and all of them, and she's going there to make a deal, or she's going there to set up a deal. Going to set up the money deal, What bank accounts do we put this in? What offshore bank accounts is the money going to? She's keeping all the people talking about her husband's getting trialed for DWI, but you won't even see that in the media. It seems like this woman is super powerful. Her father was supposedly a gangster, a boss, and she's acting like a boss. How old is Pelosi? What is she? 80, 90? How old is she? She can't even talk, and we're sending her now. Normally, you would send like your Secretary of State or the president would go. So how old are these? We got like 82 years old. Do you really think she has enough brain power to get things done? Really? We're sending, she looks like a prune, but we're sending these old people to go cut deals with countries for what? What is she going there for? Really? We need the computer chips that bad? We're going to go kiss Taiwan's ass? Is she going there to tell them, hey, if you don't deposit this amount of money, you're not going to get no protection? I don't know I'm just throwing ideas out there, but there's something behind the curtain here. All right. And then she's making a tour, like a tour de Pelosi, like she's a rock star. She's going to Japan, Korea. When did she become, like, all of a sudden the most important person in this country? That she's traveling all over the world, acting like she's the leader of the United States almost. Okay? So this is the questions we must ask. See, we have to keep asking questions. But you have to remember, I always told you, there's something behind the curtain that's real fishy and ugly here. And then you listen to all these people on the news, and they're just covering up and making it sound like, she's the good guy. She's going there, and China's starting, and they're picking on us, and they're threatening, and we're not going to be threatened. So I want this person representing my country. I want her to basically decide whether we go to war and lose thousands or hundreds of thousands of soldiers, and we get into a war with China, or we get into a war with Russia, because she already went to Ukraine. Now, this is the greatest thing. They're saying, well, Biden says we made a promise to Taiwan, and they're saying, well, we won't send soldiers, but we'll supply them. Why are we supplying them with weapons? Why aren't they buying the weapons from us? We got to supply them. They're the biggest chip producer in the whole world. They don't have no money. We got to send them weapons for free. So we could, the American people could be more into inflation and more and more and more. Just keep giving money to everybody but the people in America. Is that what it's all about? There's a lot of things here. This is a big show. She went there for whatever reason. This is probably an emergency meeting she had to go to because they wanted to talk to her in person. They couldn't talk over the phone. They couldn't talk, because then people could pick up the phone conversation. So this is like some Goodfellas shit, like whisper in my ear. They're whispering in each other's ears with music playing so nobody can hear what they're saying. Probably giving them the bank account numbers, where to deposit all the money. I mean, what the hell's going on here? That she has to go in person. It's like she's a mob boss and she's making her rounds, going around Asia, collect all the IT places, Japan, Korea, and she's making her rounds. When did a Speaker of the House do this? This is insanity. This whole thing is insanity. This whole regime that took over our country is insanity. I don't even know. I mean, I listen to all these talk show hosts like Sean Hannity. They're acknowledging Potato Head is our president. Did they forget about November in 2020? Did they forget really what happened? Is everybody just forgetting it? Why are they acknowledging this now? It's almost at the point people forgot what happened in November in 2020. How the hell are you forgetting about that? How are we forgetting about what happened? I listened to Sean Hannity today a little bit. He was on. And then even better, Bill O'Reilly came. Two idiots talking. They're both idiots. Here's Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity's going, I don't understand why people demonize Walmart and Amazon and the oil companies and Big Pharma. Big Pharma is my hero. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars on developing drugs that end up never coming into, they don't work out. And they'll waste hundreds of millions of dollars trying to find cures. And he goes, I don't understand why they're not picking on the politicians. Why they're not demonizing the politicians. Well, idiot, Mr. Sean Hannity, you fucking idiot. Okay, because that's what you are. Who do you think's paying the politicians off to do what they want? Those big companies that you're saying don't demonize. You think the politicians are just doing this on their own, or they're getting bribed and they're getting tons of money put in their bank accounts? That's what's going on, you idiot. I think Sean Hannity's flipped anyway. He's like 50-50 now. And then he comes back out with a total conspiracy, which is true, but he makes it like a conspiracy theory. And he's going, well, I believe that Pelosi's there because Biden and the whole family organization have been caught with all the money they've been stealing and all this shit's going on, and now they're getting threatened. So Pelosi's going over there to see if she can, squash this. Because I guess, who knows? Maybe China's saying we're going to release all this information on Hunter. Who knows? I think they're all in bed together, and this is all a big show. But I want to know who elected this witch to go represent the United States and travel all over the world. She wears a mask on her face when she's going. She looks like a clown. You can't even see what she's saying with her lips. She's mumbling through the mask. Most of the time when you speak to someone, you read their lips as they're talking, and there's emotions. But they're wearing their mask, they're slave masters. have told them, you still have to show obedience to us. She's flying on a plane like an Air Force One plane. I mean, why don't they just make her president while they're at it? You know, China is doing, they're sending up like 25 planes circling Taiwan, shooting all kinds of missiles up in the air, just to like show the, having their Navy ships shooting exercises, just trying to show the United States we're ready. I know China's ready, but you know what? You ain't ready for the United States yet. You're ready, but you ain't ready for us yet. Because let me tell you, it will be the wrath of God coming on China if they start with us. And they know it. That's why they ain't starting with us. It's like Russia. They all talk the talk, but I got to give Russia some credit. But they all talk the talk. But I want to see who's going to really start with the United States. Because the only way they're going to do it is the way they're doing it now. Okay? And the way they're doing it now is without firing a shot. That's what they're doing. Okay? Destroying this country. Supply lines, food, everything. You name it, they're doing it. Oil, inflation through the roof. They're telling you, oh, we're not in a recession yet. Yes, we are. 6 months in a row, our GDP has gone down. Once it's 2 quarters of the year, your GDP is in a negative. It's going down. That's considered a recession, but they're trying to work their way around that word. Okay? Now, let's get into, we'll go back to Pelosi in a little while. And I'm going to put a link up soon so you people could come in. And if you want to talk about it. So I'm looking at this Bill Gates farmland thing. Now, I know why Bill Gates is doing what he's doing. Beside the fact that he wants to, everybody's like, he's going to poison our food and he's doing all this shit. No, I'm going to tell you the real reason why Bill Gates is doing what he's doing. First of all, I watch a lot of shows. And a lot of these shows are telling me Bill Gates owns like 30% of the farmland in the United States. And then I'm looking up, I'm looking online, and it's all bullshit. So you don't know who to believe. And what he owns really is nothing. Okay, but he's doing it illegally. Now, what he's doing, they're buying they're going to a lot of auctions where farmers can't pay their taxes. They can't stay in business, so they sell their farmland off. The banks take them, right, and they auction them. So there was a farmer on the radio, and he was from the Black Farmers Association, okay? And he's saying this is what they're doing. Bill Gates and China are buying all the farmland that they can grab, okay? When did we, the United States of America, allow other countries to buy our farmland? Is that insanity? Where you think the United States could go to China and start buying up all the farmland? I don't think so. You think they could go to Russia and start buying up all the farmland? I don't think so. They probably could go to Europe because Europe's like the West. They don't care. Look what's going on in Germany, France, and Italy. The Dutchlands, the Netherlands. Look at those poor farmers in the Netherlands. So I want to get to it. So Bill Gates is buying all this land, right? But it's not what they make it sound like, okay? Now, what he's doing is illegal. It's against a farmland act. How he's getting away with it, Bill Gates, is he is leasing the land back to the farmers, okay? So it's like, it's the feudal system now. He's the Lord, and he has his serfs that he leases the land back. Now, they're claiming there are 895 million acres of farmland in the United States. And Gates owns a reported 300,000, which is 0.03%. So it's nothing to worry about. I'm not worried about how much he owns because he don't own a lot, right? That's not even 1%. But what I'm worried about is a lot of the other rich people doing the same thing. But here's why Bill Gates is buying farmland. I would say 99% the main reason, besides he's evil. He's buying the farmland because he needs hard assets. Why does he need hard assets? Well, the dollar is going to collapse, people. It could be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years. They ain't stopping until they collapse this dollar. They want digital currency that can control you. So, Bill Gates is smart. He's got hundreds of billions of dollars, but if it's all in dollars and the dollar crashes, what has he got? So the best hard asset you can buy is real estate. God only made so much of it. And you'll never go wrong, especially when you got the money he got, by buying hard assets, okay? And that's really why he's doing it. He's taking his money and he's buying stuff that they can't really, it doesn't matter if the dollar crashes, because the land is not going to crash. You understand? So the dollar crashes, he still holds on to his real estate. They go into a digital currency. And then his land will still be worth a fortune in digital currency. Okay? So this is the main reason why a lot of these rich people are buying tons of real estate. Jeff Bezos is like the third largest real estate holder in the United States. They're not buying the real estate up for no reason. People think they want to own everything. Well, yeah, of course they do want to own everything, but they don't, there's just too much land for them to buy. But they're buying a lot because it's showing you a sign, okay? And the sign is hard assets. They know the dollar's going to collapse. Even during Rome, what's going on right now is the same thing that happened to Rome when Rome fell. Every great empire goes through this when they fall, okay? When the rich start buying all the land, that happened in Rome, that's when you know you're in trouble, where an empire is about to fall, okay? And we haven't been around that many years. What, a couple of 100 years? The United States is falling. Okay. Hate to break your spirit, but we're falling, and everybody keeps thinking we're going to be saved somehow through the elections even. I don't know. What could stop them? In Pennsylvania, against Pennsylvania's Constitution, I think they just passed it, that they expanded the mail-in voting against their own Constitution, and they're getting away with it. So let's face the reality that these people are just doing what they want. They're so brazen now, they don't care. They don't even care if you can't touch this, okay? That's what they're saying. You can't touch this. Like MC Hammer, we should play that song. You can't touch this, because that's what they are. I mean, it's crazy. Insanity. But this is what's going on. All right? Looked at another statistic. 61% of all Americans, you hear that number now, 61% of all Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 157 million Americans, if they don't get paid next week, they're living in the street. Okay? Living paycheck to paycheck. Now, let's check some questions. Did you see her? Get out of Taiwan. No, she's only here for 15 hours. Yeah, she went there for 15 hours to collect her money or to make the deal. They couldn't do it. They had to do it in person. I've told you. It's like Goodfellas. They were whispering in each other's ears. They can't talk over the phone. That stuff may get intercepted. They can't. They have to talk in person. That's the only way to get it done. That's why she's flying. She's flying around in a few countries. She's got to, I guess, before she gets out of office, she's got to seal the deals. She left here already. Balaxian in Taiwan. So you're in Taiwan. Yeah. Well, she left, but that don't mean nothing. You got a corrupt government too. Just because China wants to invade you doesn't mean that country ain't corrupt. Because if they're doing business with Pelosi, you rest assured there's a lot of money getting funneled in and out. Wait till Taiwan launches a Gundam. They're only playing with them. Giant robot suits. Giant robot suits. Okay, so nothing really I'm gonna put a link if anybody wants to come on and talk about why they think Pelosi went to Taiwan. They got any ideas? Because I think there's something to do with money. I don't even think it has to do with something with money. We know that. She went there because she had to talk in person. They can't talk over the phone. We got to go do the good fellas. Hey, Tony, I got to whisper in your ear, put the music up so nobody can hear us. That's what they got to do. They're gangsters. What do you think these people are? She comes from a family of gangsters. All right? She probably didn't even win San Francisco. Okay? They probably hit the machines over there too. You know what? I don't think there's any or very, very little of the whole country that's going to vote for these Democrats. Forget about the Republicans. They're almost the same, but at least we'll get a little better. Everybody. I said this once, I'll say it again. Every single congressman, every single senator, the whole Biden regime, all of them have to be arrested and prosecuted. And they're all guilty until they can prove they're innocent. Because we're always guilty till we can prove we're innocent. Well, let them prove they're innocent to me. Okay? I would say 95% of them are going to be found guilty somehow. But I get a kick out of this Sean Hannity. This guy's a psycho. I don't know what's wrong with him. One minute you think he's a good guy. The next minute he's sticking up for Big Pharma. Are you kidding me or what? Telling me he don't understand why people don't like Walmart. What are you, a spokesman for Walmart now? Walmart. They take your money and they stab you in the back with it. That's what they do. I'll put a link up there if anybody wants to come on. What does the audience think anyway? Let's see what people think. So what do you guys think? Why do you think Pelosi went there? What's the reason? What do you guys think? See if we get anybody. So what's a gun dam anyway? Let's see what we got. Where the rabbit hole is. So rabbit hole. What's a gun dam? You wrote. Wait till Taiwan launches the gun dam. What is that?
Oh, fucking Gundam, bro.
Oh, Gundam.
You don't know what a Gundam is, bro? Them giant ass robots like fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah, I thought they had some kind of secret like gun.
No, they got Gundams like Power Rangers, bro. They got big ass robots and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So I believe Pelosi went and she's making her tour the Asia to like collect money and make deals.
Yo,
and they got to do it in person.
I don't even care about that right now. You know what I care about, bro? I was waiting on the Pops fucking video game to come out, and it never came out, bro. So I think I'm gonna make it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna make the Pops video game.
You got to give me a big hammer, and I just go around like a bongo.
Yo, it's gonna have Joe Biden. It's gonna have Pelosi. It's gonna have everybody, and you just go around killing them with a baseball bat, and it's called the Illuminati, bro, and you just kill everybody.
Illuminati,
bro. You just run over Pops Illuminati, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like Super Mario with a baseball bat, and you just kill a bunch of Pelosi's and Joe Bidens.
Yeah,
you gotta work your way up. They're different boss levels. You know what I mean? Then they just got gremlins like as their minions. They got a little fucking.
I mean, look at this. This is representing our country right here with the diaper on her face. What are you? Is she obeying her masters? Is that what it is? This is all allegiance to Satan. Like,
I'm gonna have the NPCs that like their minions all wear fucking face diapers, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. It must be some kind of satanic thing that they have to wear them still, because they don't have to wear them anymore, but they still want to wear them.
Well, all right. So I could tell you why, but it don't matter. But just put it this way, yo. Basically, it's fucking people up. That's why they're doing it.
Yep.
It's not good for you, and that's why.
Yeah, well, we all know that.
Like, what do you
just can't understand why they would wear them
all
anymore.
this shit in the fucking sky all this toxic shit is free. It's not free. It costs a lot of money. But the reason why they do it is because it's cheaper to kill you.
Yep.
That's why they do it.
What is he saying here? I can't read.
Makes people sick. That's why they do it.
Yep. But I think this Pelosi world tour, the Asia, is really ridiculous. I never heard of a Speaker of the House traveling all over the place, acting like they're the president.
It's just bullshit. Just more bullshit.
Yeah, you got an 82-year-old woman that looks like a prune that looks drunk.
They can't have fucking Biden do it because he's not even there anymore. And then you can't have Kamala Harris do it because she's just batshit crazy. So
yeah,
you got to have Pelosi do it, who's the fucking crypt keeper, bro. She's fucking, she's like General Palpatine, bro. She's just like, yes. She just comes in with like a fucking dark hood on, like, yes, the counselor.
If you think about it, they probably Biden, he's not even here anymore. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. They got sticks holding him up.
It's not even Weekend at Bernie's, bro. It's fucking Weekend at pick an actor and stick a fake face mask on him. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
and Kamala Harris is definitely like mad crazy. Shot. So I guess she's the best. She's third in line, so they got to send her. I wonder who the fuck.
Bro, who the fuck even is Kamala Harris? Like, who the fuck is she? I never saw her before in my whole fucking life. Who the fuck is it?
She was a district attorney in California.
She's like a fucking demon or some shit, just like inhabiting some random body. It's like, I don't know. I got stuck with this crazy woman body, but I'm the demon, so you got to put me in office anyway. I don't know.
Oh God, when she talks, she don't make any sense whatsoever.
It don't make no sense, bro. She's just on some shit.
And we got Mimsy Makes the Home, a new channel Mimsy has. If you want to look at baking breads, and I've seen Mims bake bread in a toaster oven. I mean, that's how good she gets. So
now, yeah, I'm serious about the Pops game, though. I'm making it.
That's not a bad idea.
Because I'm actually gonna start, like, in my spare time fucking with games again, because I've been wanting to make video games, and I think I can make some shit that would go crazy on the phones and shit. But
like a Super Mario ain't that hard to make.
But I want to start out, like, because you got to start out just making shit. You don't make the game you want to make right off the bat. You got to make other shit, and, like, you know, I'm gonna make a simple game where Pops kills the Illuminati.
Yeah, you got them all running around. But, you know, there's a lot of exaggeration going on. Like with Bill Gates. Yeah, I know he's buying a lot of farmland. The main reason is because he definitely knows the dollar's going to crash. And he only has 0.3% of 0.03% of the farmland. And everybody thinks, oh, he's going to kill us all. He wants to own it. I don't think that's the main reason, even though, of course, he wants to do that also. You know?
He has a lot of farmland, bro.
Yeah, but when you show how much he owns, it's only 0.03%. He owns 300,000 acres, and there's 895 million acres of farmland in the U.S. So I don't think he can affect us the way they make it sound like he can. But he definitely has motives of what he wants to do. I don't, you know, is he buying all the cow farmland so he can say the cows are farting and we can't have beef no more? I don't know.
Bro.
He's probably buying prime farmland too. But, you know, China's buying a lot of our farmland. So why are we allowing China to buy our farmland? You know?
He owns 268,000 acres. You know what I'm saying?
That's really nothing to worry about as far as if there's 895 million acres of farmland in the U.S.
It's a lot of farmland, though. You know, and
he is the largest owner of farmland.
And they shouldn't let rich people do this shit.
It's a monopoly.
It's gonna go back to like, it's gonna go back to fucking modern day slavery,
feudalism. This is the same thing.
It's gonna be like, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have like land barons and like serfs, and everyone's just gonna work on land. You know what I'm saying? To survive.
That's what he's doing. He's leasing back. What he's doing is against the law. There's a law that was in like the 1940s, a Farmland Act, that they put into account that somebody couldn't do what Bill Gates is doing right now. And the way he got around it with a loophole, he leases the land back to the farmers. So does he lease them back the land where they could barely make a living, like a lord? You know, oh yeah, I'll lease the land back to you, and the land makes $1 million a year profit, but you got to pay me $900,000 a year on the lease. I mean, like, what are the terms, and why is it our government is allowing it? Because they're all corrupt. Nothing matters anymore. The rich they do whatever they want now.
Right.
Everything they do, they break the law nonstop. They're constantly breaking the law. All these politicians are constantly breaking the law. Pelosi, her husband's inside trading. Gates is buying up all this farmland, and yet nothing is happening. So if anybody thinks that we're winning, and I watch a lot of these shows, I still want you to show me how we're winning. I want Alex Jones. You know what? Alex Jones says we aren't winning. So at least somebody has scruples on their head. Now, you seen that new Alex Jones movie?
What? Which one?
Alex's
War?
War.
Yeah. Alex's War.
Did you like it, or how did you feel?
It was right. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you don't follow InfoWars, it's great.
Right, but if you follow it, it's like old news.
You know what it's also good for? It shows you that fucking Alex Jones isn't like a jerk off, bro. He's been doing this. He's been fighting this same war for fucking
his whole life.
His whole life.
This is his calling.
This is what he's been doing the whole time.
Right.
So,
you know,
so if he's shilling, he was shilling his entire life, the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. He makes a mistake, and he said that what happened in what is that? The Sandy Hook or something? But yet the New York Times and all the media could say all kinds of stuff that caused millions of people to die with their false accusations, and that's okay. But Alex Jones, no, it's not okay.
Well, yo, honestly, Alex Jones was like, yo, he still stands on what he said. He just had us.
I gotta see who this is. You gotta. All right, so Blackson, you got a camera? Show me who you are before I let you in, or talk or something. I gotta hear you.
I used to be one of your mods. How you doing?
All right, you got a wrench, so you're good. So what's up?
Not anymore. You took it away. I don't know. You took my wrench away.
I never. I never took it away. YouTube did.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Anyway, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, I never took a wrench away from anyone yet. I don't even know how to take a wrench away.
Okay. All right. My bad then. What's up, Mike?
No, but it's good to know that. I'm going to give you another wrench, but it's good to know. It's good to know that YouTube is doing shit. See what YouTube's doing? They're taking moderators
it's crazy,
away
man.
from you. Yeah. That's insane. You're the first guy that ever told me that.
Yeah, I heard Self-Made said that a couple weeks ago, but now I guess no, not you. He was with somebody else where he was a moderator. He's like, hey, they even unsubscribed him to a couple channels where he was a moderator. So I don't know, they're crazy over there, YouTube.
Yeah, they're unsubscribing a lot of my people from my channel constantly. Every time I get like 5 new subscribers, the next week I lose 10.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's great.
I should have like way over 1,000 subs. I probably have 2,000 subs already, but I can't beat YouTube. They're the ones doing what they do.
Yeah.
But I just gave you a wrench anyway. I don't know if you see. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I see it.
Let's see if they take the wrench away again.
You gotta, I'll check it out tomorrow.
You know what they'll tell me? They'll say, "Oh well, you have too many people with too many wrenches. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're gonna say. I could care less. YouTube is.
Yeah.
If there was another platform that I could go on that I would even get anybody to, I would leave YouTube in a heartbeat. The biggest problem is YouTube is really the only show in town. I tried other platforms. They're horrible.
Yeah.
Nobody watches them. So.
Yeah. I could see YouTube being used as a bridge, like to build up a fan base or a support base, and then moving to your own website or something.
I would love to do that, but they won't let you get a big enough fan base.
I know. Whereas these TikTok, YouTube channels have millions of subscribers.
Right.
This is weird. It's very strange.
No, I know what's going on. They've been taking a lot of subs from me. One day I was in a room with 5 of my friends. And I told them, all right, everybody turn on your phones and subscribe to me. I went on and I didn't get one new subscriber.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, man. I'm just going to keep, keep pounding the pavement, going on, getting my word out. And eventually maybe they won't be able to stop me. But that could take years. So,
yeah.
Unless we get a change in politics, maybe, we get a different president and they stop all these channels from doing this stuff. I'm thinking about everybody should start suing YouTube. I want them to prove on all the, there has to be records of what they're doing. We just need a couple of whistleblowers in YouTube.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is definitely illegal. Unsubscribing people, that's got to be illegal,
Yeah.
But like I said, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I used to get I think a lot of my people don't even know I'm on. I used to have like 40, 50 people watching me. Now I get like 5, 10. I don't even get a big crowd anymore. I used to get a lot of people on my channel. And that's when I first started. So I think they're doing a lot of fishy stuff.
Definitely.
Yep. And if you do anything with religion, forget it. You're at the bottom of the barrel. Like if you talk about the Almighty God, my son's channel, forget it. They put him at the bottom somewhere. You couldn't even find him. I've had people go on YouTube and put YouCantFoolPops in there. Can't even find me still. Yeah. And then I figured out what the problem was. So here's an issue what they do. So I had YouCantFoolPops as the title of my show, but I had a capital Y. So if you went in there and you didn't put it exactly the way I wrote it with a capital Y and then the rest lowercase, you would never find me. So I made everything lowercase because that's probably what most people do. They're lazy, right? Yeah. And now if you put YouCantFoolPops with all lowercase, usually you can find me. But you're telling me with all the sophistication that YouTube has, if somebody puts a capital Y, they can't find me? Come on now. How many shows a name YouCantFoolPops? It's only me. There's nobody else out there with that name. So it gets very discouraging too, that's the main reason why they do it. They just want you to stop, YouTube is happy when I don't make shows probably, even though I'm little. I used to get 400, 500, 600 views. Now I get like 100, 125, 150. I used to get 400 or 500. So they're doing something. I just didn't all of a sudden 300 people said, we're not going to watch, we're not going to even click on it. Nah, I don't think so. So let me ask you, what do you think's going on? Why do you think Pelosi, because I'm still trying to figure this out. Why is she making a tour de Asia, I call it? Why did you think she went to Taiwan?
Like Mike was talking about Alex Jones, and I was just listening to him, and he usually has good takes on Taiwan and other things, and he was saying that like it's a stunt, which I already thought it's a stunt. It's like it's a symbol now. Now that symbol can be interpreted different ways. On one level, you can say on a surface level, it's there to show China to stop fucking around in the South China Sea over here, which they do. They're claiming islands, as you know, and having gun battles with Vietnamese ships and stuff. So on one level, it's kind of tell them to calm down, and on another level, maybe it's for her own personal gain, like you were saying. But maybe it's because, I mean, this is getting real way out there. Maybe because Biden might be stepping down or something, and maybe because if you're the Speaker of the House, right, you're pretty close to becoming president if some shit happens, right?
Oh, all they would have to do is get rid of Kamala. She's the president.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine? Oh my! I don't know.
Nah.
What's the?
I don't know who's worse.
I don't know who's worse. I think all three of them are like just a nightmare.
I think they all share the same brain. They're like that. Remember from what's that Harry Hamlin movie? With the Kraken. What was that called? With Medusa and all that shit from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
No, you know that movie.
It was fucking Clash of the Titans.
Yes. Yeah, remember the Gorgons? They all share the eye. They pass it around.
Yeah.
That's Gorgons, bro.
Yeah, that's them three.
Yeah,
Three
like
Stooges.
them three witches.
Yeah, you know what they are, bro? You ever seen 300, bro? The oracles that licked the woman, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gross ass oracles. They're like, that's what they do.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the Rothschild.
Yeah, man.
You're right.
But there's a lot of people here that don't want to see her. Quite a few people that didn't even want her to come here. They're like, "Don't come here. You're making it worse."
Oh, you're in Taiwan.
You're making it worse. You're getting. Yeah. So there's some people there's other people that are happy. I mean, I'll just say this: like before I came here, like 6 years ago, I had different views about the whole thing. I would ask my students, because I teach English. I would ask my older students, like adults and stuff, like, why doesn't Taiwan just get it over with and just try to duke it out with China and all this stuff, and you guys should be independent officially or whatever. Mm-hmm. And most of the people here, what they say is, we just want to keep the status quo the way it is. We don't like China, the Communist Party. However, we don't want to start shit because it's going to be ugly. And the longer I live here and assess the situation, the more that's actually pretty logical.
I think it's 100% logical.
Yeah.
Because
I got people from back home thinking that like, oh, it's we should just go after China. It's not that simple, bro. It would be ugly.
It'd get real ugly. Yeah. I mean, I honestly think you guys would lose eventually.
Oh, definitely. Eventually, it'd be hard fought.
Yeah,
but not if they pull out those Gundams, though, bro.
The Gundams. You gotta get the.
They're making some Gundams underground somewhere with some laser swords, bro. You know what I'm saying? Taiwan.
They'll go into that movie. What was that movie called? Pacific Rim or something? Where they had the Gundams?
Yeah, they're gonna come out with them Pacific Rim Gundams and start stomping around in China and fucking shit up, bro. Fuck your tanks. Start throwing tanks and shit.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they have some weird shit. I don't know if they have Gundams, but like,
I honestly think the United States has stuff that nobody else has, and that's why they're really not messing with us. I think we got shit that's like, I think we got like a battle star up in the up in the atmosphere somewhere, like a flying aircraft carrier. You know what I mean?
I think we have the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, we got something because it seems to be no matter what, they still don't want to know part of the U.S. Nobody does.
No, they're not.
Here.
Nobody does. China's still behind.
It's the fucking Ark of the Covenant where the Templars had that shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
People don't realize how
the Ark of the Covenant is actually a weapon too, though. I don't know if you know that. The Ark of the Covenant's a weapon. Yeah. It's a weapon, bro. It they destroyed cities with it. Shoots fucking laser and fire and all kinds of crazy shit. I'm not kidding, bro. It was fucking they carried it out, bro, on a battlefield, and there was like fire shooting out of it and lightning and all kinds of shit all at the same time. And it was just fucking killing everyone and destroying everything, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Ark of the Covenant's a crazy ass weapon, bro. and you know what I mean? That's documented.
But beside that, I mean, we have more aircraft carriers.
I know where the fuck it's at. They know where the fuck it's at.
But even our aircraft carriers, we have
Come
more
on, bro.
aircraft
The
carriers
Arctic
than the
Covenant's
world.
got to emit some kind of frequency that they can find that shit pretty fucking easily. If it's a crazy ass weapon that shoots lightning and fire and all kinds of shit out of it.
It's probably the first EF, what they call it, EMF weapon. The first one.
But even if you
Destroy
go
everything.
regular military, like we have, I think, let's say 11 aircraft carriers, and China only has 2.
Bro,
you know
it was
how long
like
it takes to build an aircraft?
Almighty.
Do you know how long it takes to build an aircraft carrier? 1.
Right. Not only that, Pops. Also, too, they were saying about the aircraft carriers, it also takes another like 5 or 10 years to train all the people how to use it right, how to use it correctly.
So that's another reason why I think, and even the subs. I mean, we're probably the best trained on top of having the most stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
So
but ships are a giant waste of money though. Sometimes, like if they become unseaworthy because they're a lot of maintenance, right? And then they're just giant ass ships, and they become unseaworthy after a while, and then they don't really know what the fuck to do with them. They're just like, well, fuck, we got this giant ass ship. I think by them trying to compete with us militarily, it'll bankrupt them. Like it happened. That's what happened in Russia. They end up sinking them, and they make them. They sink them to make coral reefs and shit. For
who is this? I don't know who this is. Appalachia. You got a camera there? Show me who you are. I don't know
Appalachia.
Yeah, you know
him? Sounds like Tom.
I never heard of him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, me either.
I heard of the mountains.
So who are you?
Oh, it's me.
Oh, it's Tommy?
Yeah, it's me.
What's up?
Chilling, man. Before I seen you were live, I figured I'd come say hi.
Oh, that's you. All right, the gorilla there. There it is.
Yeah. You see the gorilla man with the goddamn tinfoil on his head?
What's going on with Pennsylvania? I heard that they just passed a thing that mail-in voting now could be like they extended it. They broke the Constitution of Pennsylvania, and they don't care.
Yo, man, listen. PAs, look, we're ran by Philadelphia. All right, it is what it is. You know how that one works. You know what I'm saying?
Philly and PA and Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Like, man, listen, all right? It's Philadelphia on the east, Pittsburgh on the west, and Appalachia in the middle. That's how the fuck it works. You know what I mean?
So, Tom, you're good to know. What do you think Pelosi went to Taiwan? I think she went there to collect our money. We'll make a deal.
All right, so I heard Pelosi just made a deal to go. She wanted to go tour some place, some warehouses, some factory that she invested in. Like she invested like $150 million in some semiconductor factory there, and she wanted to go tour it. No, it wasn't TSMC. I think it might have been NVIDIA or some shit like that over there.
Where does she get that kind of money?
Well, we know where she got that kind of money. People. No. She didn't get it from the American people. She got it by passing bills. Right? Yeah. She insider trades all the fucking time. Her and her husband.
Right.
Yeah, husband does it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I heard that shit was about. And then like China got all pissed off and shit about it. You know what I mean? Because they think they call it Chinese Taipei usually because it's a one China policy that we've had for years and years and shit.
Yeah.
Yep. That I know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why your title of your thing says she came to China, but it's technically Taiwan. No,
it's not technically Taiwan. It's technically China.
No.
Taiwan's,
bro. It's called Taiwan.
Taiwan's not a real place.
I live here, dude. They have military bases all over me. I mean, it's a matter of word speak, I guess. I see what you're saying, but it's a country. Definitely a country. It's just not recognized officially by most countries, but it's still Taiwan.
Get nothing misunderstood about, like, there's a difference between where I stand and where the world stands. Like, me personally, like, I think anytime you have a place that wants to separate off from where it is, we as freedom-loving individuals should support them, like the Catalans or, Calexit or whoever the fuck it is. Hong Kong, whoever. We should support that as a whole. Right, but like that's not our official thing because like we play geopolitics and trade's really important and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should have wrote Taiwan, but I just wrote China for some reason. Don't ask me.
It's a good question though. They consider it China. The China does.
So does the
Well, in
United
the video
States.
game, Pelosi's going to China.
You're gonna see I'm gonna blow up on China YouTube. See, even the American think it's China, not Taiwan. See, everybody thinking Taiwan is part of China.
Yeah, they actually call it the Republic of China.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it literally like a little river, like across in between them or some shit?
Nah, it's
Not
like the
straight,
Florida
like
Keys.
50 miles. It's 50 miles away from mainland China.
Yo, it's like the Florida. Yo, it's like the Florida Keys.
Can you see China from Taiwan?
Not from the mainland of Taiwan, but there's an island called Cayman Island. That's about like a couple miles away from mainland China, where they have military base in Taiwan.
Island?
The Cayman Island. Excuse me. Not Cayman. Starts with a K, but it's like a couple miles away from mainland China.
Keys.
How big is Thailand? Like, how big is that island?
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
It takes 5 hours to go all the way around the island.
All the way around the island.
Yeah.
Yo, Black Chicken. Yo, real talk, bro. You might want to get the fuck out of Taiwan. I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, but I know that. I know that. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. That's on my mind. I got a house here though, so if I start hearing like real shit, if I start hearing like stuff from the State Department, I'll probably get my ass out of here.
Square miles or something like that.
Yo, what's the year? Like, there's a year on this thing, just like there was on Hong Kong too. It's like, what is it, like 2045 or 20 fucking 43 or 34, some shit? That like they're supposedly like the government's up.
You go hang out in your room.
It's supposed to be like 2040 or something is when the China plan their constitution. They said they have to take it over by then.
They have to take it over?
That's what it says. It's their duty to do it.
Yeah, you should probably roll the fuck out. You know,
Taiwan's smaller than the Dominican Republic.
Yeah. But it has the 12th largest army.
Yeah, you got a pretty big army.
A military, excuse me.
Yeah, your military ain't no joke.
Is the whole
and it's not easy.
Mostly military?
No, but it's interesting. They have like military bases scattered like in the cities, whereas in America, as you guys know, that shit's usually in the more rural area.
Right.
Not here. Not here.
Well, in California, it's like that where I'm from, but
well, like I'm from PA, buddy. Like, yo, we got fucking military bases like in cities, in towns. Like, what up?
It used to be rural.
What are you talking about? Like,
it was rural like 100 years ago.
Yo, you think Philadelphia has a big military base inside of it?
Probably a naval base. Probably
when they built the bases there, you know what I mean?
We got a lot of naval bases, but not big.
Well, no, we got big army bases and Air Force bases, like fucking just all scattered right around our neck of the woods, like right by population centers and shit. Like literally, yo, you go 10 minutes outside of town, like you go hang out in the woods, go hiking, and you'll get fucking strafed by fucking planes. Yeah, fuck. Jets flying over and helicopters all over the fucking place and shit.
Yeah. Well, we have F-16s flying over our heads in the city center every day on patrols. It's been like that forever. Yeah.
Is that you, Trinity?
Yeah, it's me.
All right.
I figured we were talking about the good old days when I learned to never again volunteer myself. Right?
Good job. Good job, buddy.
You guys are that's the only thing I fucking learned.
But it's just amazing how the Speaker of the House is traveling around the world like she's the leader of the United States, basically.
Yo, it's not that. Yo, you have to understand Congress. Yo, did you know that like each of our states has a sister country in like different places, different parts of the world and shit that they train with?
Who's that? What do you mean each state?
Yeah, each state's fucking like reserves and military and shit.
What's they have a sister country?
I think it's Georgia in fucking Europe.
Really?
Yeah, like every state has one of these, right? And so like basically the states will actually like court other countries for trade. Like cities do the same thing too, right? Like when South Carolina, North Carolina, I forget what city it is, Charlotte. I think it's Charlotte. Charlotte's one of the biggest growing fucking tech centers in America because they literally go all over the world looking for fucking companies to move there. You know what I mean? And motherfucking like bring business into that area and jobs and shit. Like this is a normal thing all the time.
I didn't know that. Something good to know now.
We bring foreign workers in all the time to like little tiny Keystone in front of Mount Rushmore. They come from like China and all kind of fucking places.
Yeah.
Russia,
like
everywhere. We import people to do that job.
Like I remember we used to have visitors all the fucking time at fucking the pipe mill I used to work at from like fucking China and fucking Taiwan and I'm trying to think of where the other fucking place. There was a bunch of places that were looking to like buy the place and shit, and like you'd actually have like fucking government officials, like our government officials, come with them. You know what I mean? Like
here's the list
of what?
Yeah.
They say no more Peruski workers though. No more Russian.
Sister countries for the states and cities. And
yeah, I fucking told you, right?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, there's shit that you don't know. You know, like this is something like I ran into at one point I didn't know about. You know what I mean?
I'm like, look at this shit. It's crazy.
That's what I'm. Yeah, like you don't understand like how crazy shit is interlaced, and like people think it's weird because like the news don't cover shit.
Yeah,
but like
Los Angeles has got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Let's say we're New Yorkers. New York should have like Italy because there's so many Italians in New York.
Or Ireland, one of the two.
Yeah, I think Italian and Irish is like the biggest descent. But yo, I'm gonna look into that. That's something interesting, actually.
Yeah, man. Like yo, there's a lot of like weird shit that like you don't know about. Yeah, because like the news don't cover it and school don't teach it.
School don't want to teach anything that's important.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
What'll happen though is the universities will recruit people from a certain country, and then once one or two people start going there, a lot of people from that country will go. That's like how my wife's family, they moved from Taiwan to Pittsburgh in the 70s or in the early 80s because her dad was a professor and started teaching at Pitt. So, and then once he started going there, like they started getting more and more people from Taiwan. Now they got a little Taiwanese community out there.
Did you hear that recently Europe and the United States has actually started banning students from certain countries from studying certain subjects in the US and shit?
Wow. You know what kind of subjects?
Yeah, like anything to do with like, I don't know, like weapons engineering or fucking like nuclear fucking studies and shit. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, they do it. That I heard too. And they, you know what I heard? Like Harvard banned Asian people from coming into the university. Almost.
No. All right. So here's what happened. All right. Like Harvard.
That's
Harvard. Well, now Harvard. What they did is they stood here and they said, "Look, we don't want to have Asians be like all of our scholarships anymore, right? Because like Asians do really well on tests, even though like a very small percentage of the population. So they delisted them as a minority. So like now, if Asians want to go there, Asians just basically have to pay. But the reality is that like these Asians are now like not sending their fucking kids to U.S. universities because they're sick of the woke bullshit. They don't want them taught liberalism and shit.
Right. You know the main thing they don't teach in school? The law. They don't want you to know what your rights are. Even in high school, when I was a kid, they taught us the Constitution and things. They don't teach kids the Constitution no more.
Well, they teach you like where it was signed.
Yeah, they teach LGBT Constitution. If you want to go to school and learn how to worship Satan, it's a lot easier than learning the Constitution.
Oh God.
Not wrong.
They got satanic clubs for children in this country. That's how sick we've gotten.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you know that Taiwan's the first Asian country to legalize gay marriage?
Wow. That's something that I didn't know. Yeah.
It's because they're always trying to fit in with the West. They want to get those allies, so they're on the woke shit on 10 times 10.
Well,
man.
Well, like
so
part
what, you got a bunch of rainbow flags flying around over there?
Not where I live, but actually, when you go to some of these restaurants with the expats, they had that damn flag up.
I go down. I live in New Jersey. I go down the street in like certain parts of my town, and they got all rainbow flags hanging from the poles, hundreds of them, but you can't find an American flag.
Right.
Go figure it.
Yeah, I mean, like, yo, the reasons why, like, a lot of these countries are, like, turning more woke and shit is because, like, the upper echelon of our society is, you know what I mean, they want to be able to live however they want to live. It's like back in the day when you had, like, these international businessmen or whatever it was, you know what I mean, like, merchants that would, like, travel all over the place in France and Spain, wherever. Everywhere they go, there would be, like, brothels that they could go to. You know what I mean? And like they'd be able to go fuck little kids or like do whatever debauchery they wanted to do. And that was like one of the reasons they wanted to like be able to do that so they could host those businessmen and do the trade.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I heard Dubai kind of like came to be because of that type of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys know the
but
Russians
anything
used
goes,
to fear
though.
us, right? The Russians used to fear us. Real American cowboy. Now they laugh at us because of SJW. I know this because I have friends and family in Russia, you know, and I Gabruch Chupadruski, right? We get to our show. Means not well.
What does SJW mean?
Social justice warrior.
The fucking shit apocalypse that's come up upon us.
And you know, it's such a small percentage of the population, but it seems like I think Tommy said it's the rich and powerful elites. They're like that, you know. They're into all the being gay and you know, and because they like Bill Gates. I don't even know how he found a wife. Who would want to marry that guy? He's so ugly. But
yo, he got $1 billion. Like I would fuck the. You know how hard I would fuck Oprah, bruh? Like yo, legit. I would yo. If I met Oprah, I would eat that bitch's asshole. Like real shit, dude.
If I got a Ferrari out of it, man, I clean the cobwebs, man. No problem.
I would knock that out the box.
For $1 billion, I even looked to knock her up.
No,
100%. Child support from that, man. Woo! Imagine getting child support from Oprah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why Dr. Phil got this show.
Like, man, listen, like, there's dudes out here, they're going around knocking boots in like Florida retirement communities and shit, putting the will on the headboard. You know what I
mean? It's true.
They call that guy the Silver Fox.
Like, get it done, dude. I ain't knocking you. You know what I'm saying? Make that money, make that paper, handle your business. But like, you have to understand that, like, yo, all right. And then on top of that, you have a society where like we've made everything so safe that it's no longer necessary to even be a dude. Like all those shit that we used to do where it was like, you know, like, yo, we're tough guys. We do all this type of shit. You know, we handle our business. Like, that's not even necessary anymore.
No, it ain't.
Like, yo, the cops is a phone call away. You know what I mean? And like, you have insurance contracts and like all these things that protect you, and you ain't got to worry about like being a guy. So like, what is the purpose? Like most of like our old like ideologies of who we were don't matter to a lot of these suburbanite college kids who legitimately that's like it's a burden on them to be a male or a female.
True.
You know.
Well,
how in the fuck could what you just said? That's just a conundrum.
Listen,
how in the fuck could it be a burden to be one or the other?
I identify as a pizza. That's all I can tell you.
I'm a pangender Bolivian flute-playing gorilla king whose proper pronoun is a pimp named Slickback. You know.
And you shall be referred to as Schlim and Schlurpackle.
Well, like, how is it a burden to be these things? All right, so like, if you have to act a certain way. You know what I mean? And it's way easier to just like, you know what I mean, fucking act like a bitch. Like, yo, why, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, I would much rather act like a bitch and not have to man up and handle my business.
They should really make a movie where cowboys go through a time machine and land in the year 2022 and they would lose their mind. That would be a great comedy.
That would be a great comedy. Instead of Cowboys versus Aliens, Cowboys versus SJs. God, that'd be great.
Imagine Cowboys coming back going, what do you mean a man could be a woman? What do you thought? They would just, people would lose their mind. My own father would lose his mind if he was alive today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you at high noon, you son of a bitch wearing iron.
No, it's really insanity. I think we just live in insane times right now.
I think we live in too soft of times is the issue, right? Like everything's just been made like so easy for everybody that
that's true.
You know, like we don't really have like the need to be savages anymore the way we used to.
Hard times make strong men make easy times make weak men make hard times make strong men.
It is the cycle.
Yep. Do you know the statistic? There's a statistic where presidents, it's something like 70% of our presidents were basically from broken up family, like their father died, they were divorced, no father, like broken family, everything. But that's what makes hard men sometimes. Having a hard life.
Oh yeah. I mean, like on like being fucked with, you know what I mean? And like, you know, having like all those hardships like happen to you on a regular basis.
Yeah.
It makes you better off in the long run. It like builds that drive and that want to like go and do shit and handle your business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
changes the whole thing, man.
But like the problem we're running into is that like we just don't have this anymore. There is no more of this like needing to be savages. Like,
no.
What the fuck is the purpose in all that shit anymore?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know why people train like martial arts and all that when it's irrelevant now. All you got to do is that people just dial 911 and that's it. It's over.
Yeah, like I was talking to a dude last night and like he was talking about his neighbor like plays his music till like 3 a.m. or whatever, and he didn't know what to do, right? And I was like, dude, like go over and talk to him like a fucking man. And he's like, nah, I just called the cops, and now I think I'm gonna keep calling the cops over and over again. That's how like white people are trained.
Hey man, that shit can get you fucked up too. Because if someone finds out you call the cops on them, depending if they're with the shits, it's gonna be worse than if they would have just talked to them.
You know what I did? I had a neighbor one time was constantly playing music real loud. So what I did is I set up my stereo, pointed at their house, and I used to play music real loud. And then I would fuck with them. Like, okay, you want to play? Now you wake the fuck up. I'm going to wake you up in the morning. I got a neighbor fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. He's outside mowing his lawn. I'm like, yo, buddy, it's 7 o'clock. You're waking up the whole fucking neighborhood. Like, mow your lawn at 9 o'clock. 7 o'clock, this guy's out there mowing his lawn. And I think by law...
I just wanted to beat the heat, you know? I mean, it gets kind of hot at like 7:30.
But by law, I don't think you're allowed to like do shit like that until like 9 or 8 o'clock. I forget.
Yo, man, listen, like sometimes you're going to have people who do shit that you're not going to like in your neighborhood, and you're going to do shit that other people aren't going to like. It doesn't mean that we should make laws to stop people from doing things.
Well,
it's fucking
I just
dumb.
think people should respect each other. Like, I can understand you did it once, but when you're doing it like on a normal schedule and you're constantly waking me up, you know, well, should I go outside 5 o'clock in the morning and start fucking mowing my lawn? I mean, you know,
you have to, you gotta remember, limit. You're not the normal person in all this, right? Like most normal people are up at the butt crack of fucking dawn and shit.
Well, there are people that still wake up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah.
No. Normal people wake up at like fucking, you know, like 6 o'clock in the morning and shit. I don't know if you've ever met.
Who the fuck wakes up at 6 o'clock? If you go to work at 9, you wake up at 7, 8 o'clock.
Yo, seriously. Like, man, listen, all right. I don't know how many jobs you've ever worked, but like most of the jobs I worked, there were motherfuckers who would show up like 5 hours before the goddamn shift and shit, make coffee and hang out and like get all naked in the locker room and walk around and shit. You're fucking weirdos, right? But like they're old farm boys. Like them motherfuckers be up at like fucking 3 o'clock in fucking the morning and shit every goddamn day.
No, they weren't up. They were just smoking meth all night.
Nah, they weren't really meth smokers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, country boys up 3 in the morning. Get the fuck. And what do you think they're doing?
Well, it's one thing to stay up to get up at 5, but then like make a whole bunch of noise for the whole neighborhood. Like at least wait till 8 or 9 to start making your noise and shit. Yeah.
I got another guy. He's got a Harley Davidson, and he's got this fucking stereo system on this thing that sounds like somebody had these giant speakers, and he starts his bike, and he's just playing music. No, my house shakes almost, and I'm like, this fucking guy, like 4 in the morning, boom, boom. He comes home 4 in the morning from a bar. You wake up. There's no in between. You have to wake up. It's like worse than an alarm clock. It goes right through your house. And the guy gets away with it. There's nobody who'll go up to him and say anything. I have, because I don't give a shit.
What did he say?
He's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it. And then, like, he didn't do it for a while. Then the other day, same fucking thing all over again. I'm like, oh. It's crazy.
If more people would say something.
Well, yeah, brother, I got to fire that thing up whenever I can, you know? She makes a lot of noise, but that turns heads so I don't get ran over.
I hate Harley drivers with a passion just because, like, they're usually annoying fucking garbage boomer motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen here. Right. Loud pops save lives, all right?
Like, here's my other issue. Like, I don't mind if you have a loud vehicle if, like, it goes fast. Right? Like, you have a Camaro with a 440, you know what I mean? And, like, a fucking, an Edelbrock motherfucking carb and downpipes and fucking headers and shit. I'm down. Like, hell yes. I will come over and help you work on that motherfucker.
Hell no, you don't know nothing about a Harley, boy. There's 145 decibels doing 14 miles an hour. All right.
Yeah. Right. 5 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour. 15 miles an hour. Like, bruh, come on, man. At least be fast. You know what I mean? Like, have a purpose behind all that bullshit. Most annoying shit ever.
Hey, my friend from PA, I just watched this video yesterday about the 10 worst cities in PA. And one of them was called McKeesport. And another one was called the capital. They even said.
Yeah, I'm from the capital.
Okay.
I'm from the capital.
Everything was abandoned. Harrisburg, they said Harrisburg was on there too, like parts of it. Yeah.
Like fucking the Hall Manor and shit. It's one of literally what is it? It's like 99% impoverished, right? Like 99% of the people live in poverty. And here's a crazy stat about Harrisburg that a lot of people don't know. Check this shit out. So they have 50,000 people in the city limits, like around the metropolitan area is like 1 million people, but like city limits are because there's boroughs and lines. The East Coast is weird, but like. Out of the 50,000 people who live there, there's 5,000 taxpayers. Yo, they don't know where the plumbing is.
Oh, goodness.
Right?
Sounds like Flint, Michigan.
Yo, they literally, they really don't know, where anything is. Right? Like, they had this tire shop. Right, like there was a place that used to be on fucking Walnut Street and moved down to Cameron, which is like one of the main roads. And literally, we still have terracotta pipes, right? And the pipe broke and washed out the hill on top of the fucking tire shop, right? And when it did, the parking lot that was on top of the hill fell into the motherfucking tire shop and shit.
Oh my goodness.
And so the tire shop sued the city. Well, they went to the insurance company. Insurance company sued the city. And the city said, well, we're bankrupt. We don't have any money. So go fuck yourself. Right. And it's been sitting empty for 15 fucking years now because literally there's nobody to pay the fucking bill.
Jesus.
And that's how easy it goes too, apparently.
Yeah. You would think the capital city would be nice of the state, or decent at least.
It's true, right? You would think.
Yeah.
Well, even New Jersey.
No. Our cities are decrepit.
The number one, supposedly the worst city in all of America is in New Jersey. It's called Newark. I don't know if that's true or not, but
oh man,
I was listening to a show one day and they said that Newark was ranked number one Oh, not most dangerous city. That's what it was. And you know, I've been to Newark a few times. I don't know. I don't think it's as dangerous as some other cities, but
Camden is the most dangerous city in America.
Right? That's what I think.
Camden. Yo, can you hear me, Pop?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Camden is the most dangerous city.
That's what I would say.
They got a lot of cameras there too, everywhere.
No. You should do a quick favor though and hit the noise cancellation button on your thing once you need or echo cancellation because you've been echoing pretty good.
Let me see what I got. Hang on, man. Audio.
It's in settings, audio. Yeah.
Yo, it's already on there. Headset. There we go. Can you hear me now? Is that any better?
Yeah. Oh yeah, way better. Yeah, you just had to click it on and off. Way better.
Yeah, I just turned on the headset. Anyway, right? Yo, all right. So Harrisburg got these gunshot cameras they got from the ATF and the FBI. Yo, and the city's so broke. Yo, the city's so broke that like literally they can't afford the batteries. So now they all got stolen off the fucking poles by people and shit, put in their motherfucking living rooms and shit.
New York City's the biggest joke in the world. They just installed like 3,000 cameras.
Right. The motherfucking things work good in Cali, bro. The gunshot locators, everything.
We're echoing like crazy.
Now you got wind.
I don't know. When I talk, I'm echoing.
Yeah, you gotta press the echo cancellation.
No, that's mine. Hang on a minute.
All right.
All right. Say something again, Pops.
Hello.
Better now, fine now.
Yeah, now it's better.
Wait.
All right.
Oh, it sounds like we're all like.
Hang on.
Is it me? Pops, it's not me.
I think it was Tommy.
It was Tommy.
Because I'm not echoing no more, and neither are you.
No.
But you sound like you're outside or something, walking around.
No, it was next to my air conditioner. It's kind of warm there. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was definitely Tommy. So let's see some of the comments here. I didn't look at the comments. We got Tony Bruno over here. I didn't see him chop in. Pelosi is ensuring her investment is doing well. I would definitely believe that. And Jamma Funk is here. Who else do we got? OGIT. I haven't seen OGT in a long time. And Oprah too big for my preference. I got to pay attention to these comments. Sometimes I'm so busy talking, I don't even pay attention to them. I believe this, though. I think soon people are going to turn into real Walking Dead zombies. I definitely agree with that. I think The Walking Dead was put on TV for a reason.
Yeah.
I just hope people. Go ahead.
Kingston Street in Philadelphia look like zombies.
Yep.
The heroin and all that shit, man. Literally.
Every city has their.
Now they have a vlog. They have a vlog on YouTube where some guy drives out there every single day. It's ridiculous.
I believe
watching this shit, man.
But I hope if there is a zombie apocalypse, I hope they walk slow like in the movies. Because if they run fast, man, it's going to be tough. At least if they're walking.
Those aren't zombies, though, Pops. Those are infected. Like the ones that run fast are infected, right?
Yeah, I want it to be where they're slow so I could cut their heads
off. Yeah, those are like full-blown zombies. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. I started echoing again. Hold up.
Yeah, your shit is bad. Yeah, I want it to be where I could just walk around and keep like taking their heads off with a big, giant sword.
Yeah.
I would
like
actually
a katana
love that.
or a bat with like spikes on it or something,
Yeah, I'd be like that girl. I would have like 2 ninja swords and I just walk around chopping heads off. I would love it. I would love it.
Well, I mean, because you'd run out of ammo if there was too many of them. You do want like a nice, I don't know, M60 or something like that, right? Chain belt fed,
My favorite
about 80,000 rounds.
My favorite part of Walking Dead once, the scene I liked where the black girl that has the 2 ninja swords, she's walking around with 2 zombies on chains, but she cut their arms off and like pulled their teeth out or something. So now when she's walking around with them, the other zombies smell like the other zombies, so they don't think she's there. Like this, they go by smell. And I was like, when I seen that, I go, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
He said, "I want Channing Tatum on a leash."
Well,
Yep.
no, I'm getting 2. I'm getting 2 zombies like as like my dogs, and I'll walk around with them with no arms, and I'll be chopping every other zombie's head off. That'll be that's the way she did it. It was awesome. I don't know if you ever seen that scene.
Wow.
It was good. Oh, by the way, if you've never seen, there's a TV series called The Offer. It's basically, you ever see The Godfather?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this movie, this TV series is about the making of The Godfather and the gangsters that didn't want them to make The Godfather. And it shows you like the gangsters during those days, you know, the Gambino families and all the organized crime. And it's like it goes back and forth from the gangsters to Hollywood. Like, so you kind of see how they made The Godfather. Like, they didn't, I never knew that they didn't even want Al Pacino in The Godfather. He was too small. They didn't like him. But Francis Coppola was infatuated with Al Pacino, thought he was a great actor, and he was infatuated with him.
What do you think? I'm funny? Funny how? Funny like a clown?
That's Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Oh, that was the best.
I'm talking about Godfather with Al Pacino.
Talking about Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pacino. Brando.
Oh, all right, there we go. Oh yeah. Today, my daughter's wedding. Yeah, all right.
But you learn a lot. Like, you see the gangsters, but you learn a lot what was really going on, man. They didn't want them to make that movie.
Was anyone killed because of that?
No, they almost got killed, a few people, but then I don't want to ruin the series for you, but then the producer makes a deal with Colombo, Joe Colombo, who was running like the whole Italian organization back then. He wasn't running them all,
Colombo.
but Colombo was one of the heads of a family, but he was running like the Italian organization. It had like 200,000 people in it. It was like, you know,
he got shot at the parade, right?
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good movie, man. It's one of those like you'll watch the first episode and you'll just binge and you'll just watch the whole season. What's
it on? Flix? It's on Paramount, HBO, what?
I stream it for free on Movies 123. You can't find it. I think it's on Hulu or something. I'm not sure. No, it ain't on Hulu. But you know what else is coming out? Trinity, you'll like it. It's called Prey. It's you know the movie. You know the movie Aliens? No, this is a TV series.
Oh.
So they're going back to the prequel of Aliens, like in this TV series called Prey.
Nice, kind of like Covenant in a way or something.
Yeah, that's coming out. I think that's coming out today on Hulu or whatever. But you can stream all this stuff for free if you know where to go.
Yeah. I can use Lavidia at Wootly. But yeah, I got that. And then I got Paramount and Disney and fucking Netflix and fucking I got them all. Got them all, man.
You know what?
Xbox.
You know what's
everything.
You know what's crazy? Like the top 3 trending shows on Netflix right now have to do with the main character having autism.
Jeez.
It's like they have a show of a Korean girl who's an attorney who has Asperger's, and then there's the one where it's a doctor, good doctor, where he has autism, and then there's a Love on the Spectrum. It's like crazy, bro. Like they're pushing that shit.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm eventually going to cancel Netflix. I think it's just less and less I watch on it.
Like I only watch it because my sister pays for it, and she loves it because she watches a lot of Spanish shows.
Yeah.
And she watches, but if she didn't have it, I would never pay for Netflix.
No, yeah, that's the same. Only reason why I'm doing it is because a bunch of people like pitch in. We got like 5 people at all.
Yeah.
It's dumb. No, I
Netflix,
don't.
They're going to start
use
making people pay extra. They're going to start making people pay that are on other people's accounts.
That'll kill it.
That'll
kill that platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any streaming company that does do this, that makes it be that you can't remote log in, you killed your whole platform.
Well, Netflix does charge you like for extra users, like you have to pay more. Like for $8.99, you're allowed one computer, and for like $14.99, you're allowed, let's say, I don't know, 4 computers, and you get a higher and you get a higher resolution. So like you could be in the same house, and 4 people could be on Netflix watching what they want. You know, they may
that's
go
what
by
it was
the IP
designed
address
for.
though.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Well,
that means
that's
you
what they
can
were
watch it on your
complaining is they're
phone.
gonna get mad if you're not at the same IP, and then other people are complaining that, hey, fuck you. What if I'm traveling, or
You're right.
what if I'm logged in somewhere different, or
Well, people will just quit more. They'll lose more customers. It's not going to
Well,
work.
it'll kill it for me. The second that not everybody's able to, because I don't like paying that bill, and with everybody paying it together, it's meaningless. It's like $2-3 when we all pay together.
Netflix lost, I forgot what it was, like 20 million subscribers just from Russia. Because they stopped with Russia, and they lost like 20 million subscribers because they
Don't
banned
get me
Russia.
started on Pelosi, my friend. Okay, this is very terrible.
But you know what? Fuck Netflix. Russia will make their own Netflix. They don't give a shit.
Oh, they have their own, everything actually.
Actually, I really believe I truly believe this, that Russia is becoming the old United States.
Well, they are,
and
in
the
many
new
ways.
the new United States is becoming the old Russia. Like we're becoming more communist than Russia.
Yeah, big time. You're not wrong about that.
Russia's not a communist country anymore. People don't
They
realize.
even asked me too, what's happened to what happened,
Is that you, Exile?
Fuck Netflix up the ass with a big fat Brazilian donkey dick.
I agree with you.
I started that fucking app when it was $5.99. By the time I ended it, it was $21 and something. Fuck them people. And they're trying to limit what I used to be able to do with it. They can kiss my ass.
And then they want to put pedophilia on there on top of it.
Yeah. Stupid cuties, all the other garbage. Yeah.
Oh, that cuties, they lost millions of subscribers because of that. And they said, oh, well, we were just trying to show the people how innocent they are and the poor girls. Bullshit.
You did better with Tiger King and Murder Mountain, you fucks. Why'd you even have to do your own content, man? You guys were doing great. That very first show they ever had about the mobster who went over to Sweden.
Wait, Pops. They didn't lie to you. They were showing you how innocent the girls were and how sick the directors were to film a fucking movie about some innocent girls like that.
Yeah, but they were trying to make it sound like, oh, we're just we're trying to draw, make people aware of what's going on. Bullshit. You're trying to make it normalize it. That's
their little word spells that they use. Politically correct bullshit.
Word spells. I love it. Yep. So, Exile, what do you think about Pelosi? Why do you think she went there?
I think you hit it on the head with why the other House Speaker used to go around the world.
Right.
I think, there's a reason why there's been so much controversy, yet she keeps holding that seat.
Yeah, but I think she's gone in 3 months. Finally, they get rid of her.
Oh, we could only pray.
If they do, it's only because she's done what they wanted her to do. Because, see,
absolutely,
a Speaker of the fucking House isn't the president. They can sit and serve a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, the way it looks like, she got more power than him anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
also, too, if Joe Biden,
there's 25 levels. Sorry, but there's 25 levels of security above the president on file, on record. We don't know what those 25 levels above him are, but that's 25, not just individuals, but their whole sectors above the president.
Yep.
Interesting. No, also too, if on a surface level, if Biden were to come to Taiwan, that really would pop shit off. So, I mean, her being over here is to stir shit up. But if he would have came over, it would have been much worse. Because right now, as we speak, up until I think it's Friday, they're shooting guns and missiles all around the island right now. So they're saying there's live fire drills, but if you look at the map that they show in the newspaper over here, it's they're basically semi-surrounding the whole island right now with
I heard
war games. Yeah, they stopped flying to
Isn't that what
China
they say is going on? A live fire training war game scenario that turns shitty.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bad sign when you hear that.
They're shooting
training
missiles
drill
over the island.
Wait, fellas! You guys are forgetting the past. You don't remember an old school movie where they had a scenario like this, and it led to World War III.
Called Red Dawn.
Red Dawn was kind of close to that movie. It was like a low budget version of Red Dawn.
You're talking about 1984.
I can't even remember, but it was almost like Red Dawn, but the scenario was slightly different. It fits the scenario of a live action drill that went wrong.
You know what's spooky too? The way this monkeypox is playing out. It's exactly like the movie when it first came out. It was no big deal. Nobody really thought anything big about it. And then all of a sudden, it destroyed the whole planet. I mean, are they actually playing out movies now in real life?
Yeah, why not? The goddamn vax didn't do its job and wipe everybody out fast enough, so they need to do a better way.
Yeah.
But mostly gay people get that shit.
I don't believe
it. TikTok, I seen something that they filmed in the ocean that looked like the fucking Kraken.
What happened?
On TikTok, I seen this film footage of something somebody filmed in the ocean from helicopter that looked like the fucking Kraken.
Really?
Pull that up for us.
Really?
No way, man. Pull that up.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, let's see it.
I can go try to see if I liked it on TikTok and share the link. Give me a second.
We want to see that.
Yeah.
Hey, Pops, I got to get out of here, bro. Say a prayer for us. I'll talk to you later, bro.
Yo, I hear you on that one. Hey, good luck over there. Stay safe.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
Okay.
Peace, Tony Bruno.
The Kraken is real.
Fucking right.
It says it on the thing. The Kraken is real. They got footage of it. Let me see where the hell this is. It's time to release the Kraken.
Remember when the Eye of Sauron was in the ocean? Goddamn fire tornado cyclone in the fucking ocean because a oil drill fucked it up.
Well, they got videos of this shit.
Yeah, let's check this out, Pops. Breaking.
Probably a
exclusive
giant
breaking
octopus.
news.
Where is it? The Kraken.
See, it's probably a goddamn giant squid from the depths.
Yeah.
Came up because it's sick of eating plastic bottles and milk jugs down on the bottom, so dirty piss bottles. So I had to come up and feed.
I'm watching a video now, and it looks like there's a giant.
Oh, and you're not sharing it to your screen?
Well, you can't really make it up too much, but I don't know if this is. It's not. Oh, there it is in the background. You can't really. Hold on. Let me put this on. Let me see. This is one I found. Let me see.
Yeah.
So all the way where my mouse is right here.
All
if you
right.
make the screen bigger, you could see that it's there. There's something there. It's right here. See that? What the hell is that?
Oh. The fuck is that? Here, play it one more time. I was just zooming in on that.
Hey, you see it? Right here.
I have to find your mouse again, though. Is it over by the subscribe thing or something?
Oh, it's right here.
All right. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, make your screen bigger, and you'll see.
There we go.
I'm gonna make the screen bigger on
Yeah,
mine.
well, they got 3 different shots. They got one from the beach. They got one.
You see where the red circle is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got one from a ship coming towards the beach where it looks like its tentacles is reaching around in front of the beach. And then they got one from helicopter where you see above it and it's like churning the fucking ocean waters. It's so fucking huge, whatever it is.
Right.
But they've got 3 different footages of the same incident of this fucking thing.
I mean, it could be fake, but Still, it's pretty
It was a
cool.
little
It could
hard to
be
see
fake, but
that.
if it's fake, this definitely a deep CIA fake to fake 3 different angles.
Kraken attack on London. Let's see this shit. This is
That's
There we
probably
go.
CGI. You would
You
have
see
heard
it?
about that.
Are you watching?
Yeah, that looks
Oh fuck!
CGI.
There we go.
Could you,
Yeah, that's gotta be
could,
CGI.
could you imagine that shit though?
Yeah, if that really happened, that'd be freaky. But you know, hundreds upon hundreds of tourists would have seen that.
Yeah, we need those big giant mech robots to fight them, like the Japanese are always talking about.
Yep.
But there's even
I
reports
definitely
of
believe
scientists.
that shit's
There's even
possible.
reports of scientists having evidence that this Kraken squid exists. It's a gigantic squid-like creature.
I believe it.
But there it is. We went full circle. The government's out to
believe
get
in
you,
my
and there's
father. And my
goddamn
father
Krakens.
said there would be a beast that rises out of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went from Pelosi to the Kraken. I guess they're both relatives anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, they got
come
a lot
from the
in
same
common.
brood.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I personally know. I say this seriously. This country cannot last 100 more years. It can't. I don't even think it can last 50. But I think everything that's going on right now, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. They're basically destroying our country, and this great empire is going to fall unless something really dramatic happens soon, because they got a grip on it right now, and they're doing what they want. These people, whoever in charge, whoever are running the show, they're very brazen. I mean, when you got could you even imagine this? You got a guy that's a billionaire from another country, and he's openly saying, I am bribing all your politicians.
Yeah.
Okay, Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, Klaus Schwab, fucking
says,
idiot.
Openly says, I have half your parliament bought.
Yeah,
and that's
they're all in
okay.
the WEF.
And we're allowing this. Even in the U.S., you got Soros doing the same shit.
He was definitely proud of. He said Trudeau. He was particularly proud of Trudeau and the work he did.
How do you allow a billionaire to start riots in your country? It doesn't even make sense.
You take a lot of money.
This guy's making civil disobedience in our country, openly saying he's going to do it, openly saying he's going to keep doing it, and they're allowing this guy to walk the face of the planet?
Yeah.
This is how sick our country is.
You just got to take 20 million through your Cash App, it'll be all good.
You can't name me one country in the history of mankind that the people were openly saying, we're sabotaging your country and there ain't nothing you could do about it. They're actually saying they're doing it to us openly. They're so cocky now, they're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Well, because I don't think anybody will do anything about it anymore, Pops. I don't care.
Well, they're right. Nobody is doing anything.
Yeah.
So far.
And then even if we do resort to, I guess, what's in our hearts, then that's just going to make it worse for us. Like the only way, I don't know if people will do it, but the only way is to do what the truckers did and stand your ground like that and not give up. Just stay there until,
They'd be happy if 7 million of us starved to death. They don't care. They don't want a lot of people.
But they're not going to be too happy when, fucking 100 million are all in Washington and not doing anything. And
that's true.
They're not going to be happy about that at all. And when people stop doing shit for, a day or two, or for fucking 3 days, 5 days, a week, 2 weeks, not because we're sitting at home, we're going out and doing what we want, but we're not paying our taxes and we're not participating. That'll shut down their shit pretty quickly.
If everybody just didn't go to Walmart for a week, they would be out of business.
They would be out of fucking business. It'd fuck their whole shit up, man.
Out of business.
All you have to do is go to the bank and fill out frivolous loans. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, I think I would like $1 million for my worm farm.
Yep.
And they have to give you the fucking loan, and they have to go and run it, even though you damn well you ain't getting it, motherfucker.
But if everybody got together and said, okay, we're not going to buy from Amazon for 1 week.
You fuck Amazon right in its ass.
They'd be out of business. They couldn't.
Right.
They need that cash flow. They're working on such small margins that will put them out of business.
Oh yeah, no, that's the way we do it, is support our mom and pop shops. Even though they do cost more, that's it though. You should support your local market and your local people and your community and buy things.
People don't do it though.
Well, because it's too easy to get it from Amazon, and it's too easy to have Uber Eats and Uber delivery and, Walmart drop off.
Now here you got this guy OGT talking about Chicago, right, with the prosecutor. He openly says, that's my prosecutor. I put him in power. And this guy's still allowed in our country. This is what type of sick society we have become.
Bunch of goddamn dirty degens.
When you could just basically do whatever you want openly. They're not hiding it. That's what bothers me the most. If they were doing it undercover and, they were trying out, they're so brazen now. They don't give a shit. And
hey, Pops, I have to shout you out real quick. I hate to cut you off on that, but I want to shout you out for that panel the other day, and have a good discussion with Bear and stuff. And sorry you were getting attacked a little bit there. Like, you know what I mean? They were trying to say that you were fucking...
Who was attacking me? I don't remember.
Oh, in the chats, you're getting attacked a little bit. They was calling you bootlicker and stuff, because of your service and whatever. And I don't know, for me, about that. And I didn't get a chance to address it, because we were going so hard in that conversation, which I enjoyed. But I wanted to address that, you know what I mean? Like, that was your contribution and that was your service, right? And like, you did what you believed you needed to, right? Just kind of like how when I served in the military, I did what I believed, right? And then my opinion changed later, like, and you a bootlicker to say that you sympathize and whatever. You're not a fucking cop now.
Well, listen,
you know what I mean?
It's different when you have cops that are normal and
right.
are not trained to hate the people, the civilians.
Right.
You have to have police. I don't care what anybody says. You need some type of law force to keep, law and order in any city. But it's the way that the police officers now are trained to basically be soldiers and follow orders.
Well, I don't think the people on my panel realized that you were a beat cop. You know what I mean? You were one of them foot ones, right? You walk around and you knew your community. You knew the people. I was there for the people.
I wasn't there for the government.
You didn't bust everybody's ass everywhere. You got involved when you had to. You were like a neighborhood cop, a beat cop, right?
Yep.
Is that exactly what you were?
Exactly. You know how many kids I used to bring home to their parents and bring them home and tell them, hey, your kid did this and this. And
yeah, exactly. You didn't take them down to juvie. You didn't go down there, bust their ass. You didn't give their parents all kind of fucking wacky out tickets.
No, I'm not gonna ruin a kid's life for making stupid mistakes when they're a kid. Because if that happened, I wouldn't have been able to do things when I got older. You got to weigh everything out.
We talked before, and you told me, man, you made some proper busts when you had to, too,
Of course.
You took down some bastards when you had to. I think, didn't you say you were Warrants Division or something, like towards the end?
No.
Didn't you say you were starting to hunt them motherfuckers or something?
Well, I was on a hunt, but not in the Warrants Division. But yeah. But, my thing was, the thing that I hated was when they were selling drugs right in front of a school.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. I don't mean weed either. I mean drugs,
Yeah. Some hard ass fucking shit.
You want to sell drugs in front of a school, I'm your nightmare. You want to go mug a little old lady walking down the street for her money, I'm a nightmare for you, I believe in the old people should be protected more than anybody. But that's not the way the young generation thinks anymore. They train, I think it was I forgot who it was. He was on my show. No, I forgot his name. Hold on. And he said that they basically in England trained the police to call the civilians like civilian shit. Like they're better than the civilians. Like civilians are shit. So they're training cops now to think that we're the enemy. I notice it too, because most cops now, if you approach them to ask them a question, they look at you like you're a criminal.
Yeah, almost
go up
instantly.
To a cop, yeah, go up to a cop, say, "Excuse me, can you tell me where this street is?" Like, as you're walking towards them, they're scoping you like you're a criminal.
Yeah, mostly.
You know, and
you gotta kind of take that barrier away from them and just be, you know, kind of direct with it, like you said. Excuse me, hey, do you know where this place is, or do you got directions of this, or hey, I saw this, or you know, yeah, you kind of got to break their barrier of scoping you out and get their attention of why are you talking to them. If you just walk up and you're kind of stuttering and acting fidgety and stupid, he isn't going to listen. He's just going to be interested in you now.
Yeah. Well, the best thing, you know, you walk up to a cop, you know, you just say, "Excuse me, officer." If you want to say that, they're kind of like, but the key is this. Even then, you walk up to them and they're still eyeing you up. They think like you're going to pull a gun out. Look, I was a cop. I had thousands of people approach me. And when you're in the street and you're a street kid, you know who's bad, who's good most of the time. You know, you could tell. You could use your instinct. You know, I never had an issue where somebody walked up on me.
It's called intuition.
Yeah, and they had a weapon on them and they went, you know, I always knew when the person was approaching me if they were a danger or not. And that was very rare. I mean, most people are good. And they're teaching them that basically everybody is the enemy. You don't know. Always have your shield up. You know, the cops have their guard and shield up 24/7. They don't, they're almost scared. You know?
Well, yeah, you got a lot of Barney Fife out there, you know, with the one bullet. Fucking always wasting it.
I had car stops when I was, you know, a car, and I didn't walk up to the car with my gun out. I would basically have my hand on my gun and never came out of the holster. Never did. And I made hundreds of car stops, you know, and, you know, and 99% of those car stops, I let them go without giving them a ticket. But I'm rare. You know, they don't make them like me no more.
I got to talk to Vinny Pots and Pans one time, and he's from the same area, and he was a retired detective. But yeah, it was, you know, I'm not gonna like sympathize or try to bootlick, right? Like, I think fucking a lot of cops are bastards, man, but there are some good ones, and to make a blanket statement that all of them are motherfuckers, that's wrong. You know what I mean? Some of them are motherfuckers, some of them are pieces of shit, but there are some really good ones out there too. You know what I mean? And in my personal experience, I've been treated really well before, and I've been treated kind of shitty before, you know. Mostly, though, it's been fairly well because I conduct myself, you know, what I think like a human being. Disrespect that that's a person trying to do their job, right? Don't become aggravated. Don't become combative. Don't try to argue a lot. And they're probably going to treat you rather fair, I think. You know? You seem to comply with what they're saying to you, right? If you have something to say, don't say it in an aggravated voice or elevated or make any way that they think that you're
step
yelling.
Out for a few minutes.
Oh, shit, okay. Exile, are you still there? Exile. Where you at, bro? I got some shit to tell you. Like, you should have been paying attention.
I'm trying to find this fucking video that's hard as shit to find now.
With the Kraken?
Yeah.
Because the government wants to take it away, bro.
It's a possibility. Or
anyway, did you hear the shit lately? The shit has been flowing. Did you hear it? What the cult has been doing? They declared war, bro.
What are you talking about?
The fucking cult threw down on AJOT, threw down on True, threw down on Ashamed Canadian, threw down on me. Toe for Life. Fuck yeah, of course AC Nasmar. Fucking yeah, dude. The cult went to war. They drew hard lines. Fucking started throwing down on everyone, bro. Just talked all kinds of crap. Try calling me the tribal boy and telling me I got my tribal daddy and that I live on a plantation.
I did catch a small part of that yesterday morning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Then
so
Denny.
you're the one that they're calling tribal boy, huh?
Yeah. It was funny, dude. Like that shit's funny. I'm a little bit offended by it, because it's kind of offensive to say that I come from a plantation or that a reservation is anything like a plantation.
All I gotta say is it's looking better and better on top of this fence post.
He's until you're thrown in too. Actually, you have been thrown in though. You've been implicated.
I don't have to volunteer myself to be thrown in shit.
Mm-hmm.
I did enough.
I saw
involving Billy Bob the clown because he wants to act like a little butthurt bitch about people talking about his little he, she, fag ass because it's a female for real. It's not even a dude.
Oh yeah, came out crying because people started swinging back, and I didn't like it. I heard that one too, crying hard. Even old Joe Cool got a kick to the nuts with the doctor. Came out and gave a quick kick to Joe Cool. I know there's something out there about your ass too, sitting on so many fences. Yeah, like I said, the cult decided war today, though, bro. It was crazy. They went all hard line last night, and then earlier today. And it wasn't even just with me; it was with everybody, bro. I told you, man, the whole damn everybody. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give you final warning. Ms. B said no laughing or no commenting on anything. All right. If she finds you on the show or she finds you in a video and you comment or you laugh or you thumbs up at all, that's it. Off with your head.
Miss B didn't say nice to me.
Yeah. No, Miss B said you fucking laugh at all. Comment or thumbs up or talk to. Fuck, you're probably in trouble right now just because you and I are talking on Pops' channel.
I don't give a fuck. If I hear something funny, I'm gonna laugh no matter what the fuck it is.
Nope, that's hard lines.
Don't involve me in your personal shit. Exiled is a little bit batshit crazy. Enough of y'all out there know my name. Go check the consequences. Go check how I've stated many times before those incidents and cases. I gives no fuck. I'll do the time.
But she don't talk about nobody, and they always talking about
I'll do the time. You better leave my children the fuck out of your games.
It's not how it rolls. That's what they're trying to do.
Okay, Trinity. Motherfuckers changed their mind after they had to press charges is all I'm saying. And I will do the time. I don't give a fuck. Don't fuck with my kids.
They already threatened me.
Shit, do whatever you want to. Phone call me at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Do whatever the fuck you want to. But won't you fuck with my kids?
They already threatened me, Exile. They already said they're gonna let my tribal daddy know.
It's a threat. It's a difference between someone threatening, saying something about, and actually trying to do something. There's a difference. If you actually try to do something, your ass is opening that fucking door. You don't want a motherfucker to walk in the door, do not fucking open the door.
Oh, we got a special guest from India, Asfaron. Is that you?
Yeah, there he is.
Let me put Asfaron on. Hold on.
God, he was good to talk to last time.
Is that you, Asfaron?
Yeah, me.
Oh, that's him.
There he is.
Fucking how's it going, man? How you been, Asfaron?
Yeah, okay.
You doing all right?
Can you drop your link into the chat so I can subscribe to you? I tried to find you before, but your name was so hard to spell, and I want to sub to you.
Oh, I don't have a channel yet. I have to make a channel.
Okay, well then, can you sub to me, Azron, so I can see you?
Oh, you have a channel?
Yeah, Trinity Trails Ninja.
Oh, Trinity Trails Ninja. Just a minute.
Yeah, because you were a treat to talk to last time. Can you, Pops, put it in there for me real quick, can you? Please. I don't want to promote myself, but I would like him to subscribe. Very pleasant person to talk to. Remember last time? Fresh. Pops, fresh.
Yeah.
You still like him fresh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
What is it? Trinity Trails Ninja?
Yes, all together.
No, I think Trinity and
That's the name
Trails
of
is
your.
together. I think the
Is it
ninja
here?
is
Oh, okay,
separate.
I'll drop my own link. Give me a second.
Wow, you didn't ask nobody to drop
I
your link,
wanted.
you lazy son of a gun.
Wait, what now?
So you didn't ask nobody to drop
Uh,
your link, you lazy son of a gun?
Oh no. Okay. Well, I think I did, but I don't know.
No,
Here.
you totally didn't know
wait.
that link would have been dropped.
Oh.
I'm good at snatching links.
Oh. Yeah, because I don't think
So
I
the
can put it in here.
name of your
Yeah,
channel is
let
Trinity
me go
Trails
check.
Ninja.
Here. Oh wait, I got it going on. I think. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there. I put up my link real quick.
Made me open a new window for nothing, you asshole.
I'm sorry. Look. Sorry. Sometimes my phone crashes when I do press too many buttons, man. I like to press a lot of buttons on here. Making videos and fucking, trying to record Miss
Are you
B's
pressing too many buttons
nonsense.
or are you pressing the wrong buttons?
Trying to be on panel, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to Discord, bro. I'm trying to make videos.
You can't panel whore like I panel whore.
No.
Not
But I'm,
possible.
I'm a whore in training. Like, don't slut shame.
You have to give up and sacrifice sleep to panel whore the way I panel whore.
Wow.
You see me on here at this time? Well, I was on at 5 o'clock this morning. Guess what? You check at 3 o'clock this morning, I'll be on somebody's stream.
All right, you have to forego sanity.
The difference is, am I going to uplift that stream or am I going to panel kill it? That's the question.
All right. Good, right.
If I click Trinity Trails Ninja, will I get it on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what that should have been, was a link that goes straight to my page, and then you can subscribe, which would be awesome.
Okay.
And then maybe someday, if I'm super lucky, you'll get to come on panel while we're having discussion like Pops. Other than, like, mine's a little bit different than Pops, but that's okay. That's why I come to Pops, because he has his own style on discussion,
Yeah, Trinity's an atheist, Pops isn't.
Yeah. Well,
I thought
not
Trinity, you
quite.
believed in God, but you are not a hardcore believer of God. But I thought you're like normal when it comes to faith, but you believed.
Well, I'm spiritual, if that's the good answer.
Yeah,
I am
he follows
spiritual.
more along the Native Americans' belief system.
Yeah, like look, yeah, because like my original name for him would have been Tingashala, right? But I also recognize Buddha and maybe even Allah and Yahweh and
But
Yeshua.
Trinity, you have to keep in mind, brother. I mean, no offense,
Even
but your
Marduk.
people worship Gaia. They worship Earth. They
Right.
worship
Well,
the
his name's
creation.
Tingashala.
They
Yeah.
worship the creation and not the creator himself.
Yeah. And the eagle sacrifice so that we could be here after the flood, right? And there's a lot of
according to them,
worship
we're on
the
the back
animals.
of a gigantic turtle.
Not quite that, but yeah, we came out of the caves, actually, out of Lakota cave, and you told me the trickster. She tricked us out of there, and then we became fat and lazy.
Some of us pale skinned folks, we did come out of certain caves, not all out the same one.
Yeah, it told me the two-faced witch, she tricked us, and then we couldn't go back. And then Tatanka, the buffalo, he made the promise, the four-legged, he made a promise to us that he would clothe us, and his sacrifice would help two-leggeds survive. And then the flood came and killed us all, and the winged ones sacrificed and multiplied so that we could be here. So we actually owe it to all of the animals and all of the trees and everything, or otherwise we wouldn't even be what we are. That's what my tribe actually believes.
Yeah, and had you researched what my tribe actually believes, you would realize where your tribe story comes from, and you would learn the twistization in the story itself.
What's
the story is twisted. The land that your people worship from is also the land that the serpent itself was standing on and was ruling from. And it's the same land when he returns, he will rule from. See, if you look at ancient maps and you look at current maps, ancient maps have what we call as America as that mysterious land in the West that all of the greatest prophets, teachers, and everything used to go to learn.
Right.
It's also the place where the fallen angels had fell and landed.
So you're saying they might have been here in Mesoamerica?
Some of them are still here, buried underneath them mounds that your people made.
Wow. In the Black Hills? What?
Here
in Mount Shasta is the Lemurians, bro.
In a place called Bonner Springs in Kansas, it used to be called the Seven Sacred Hills. There's 7 of them buried in those hills.
Chiser.
And then the most powerful.
What do you think about all that, Ash?
And then the most powerful of them, they're in the Antarctic Circle.
You said something about 7 powerful mountains. Just tell that to me again.
It was called the 7 Sacred Hills. It's where the Indians buried some of the fallen ones.
Oh no! In our thing, we've got 7 sacred sages who run the affairs of the entire galaxy. So that number 7 is very important for us also. They run the affairs of the whole multiverse, and they are 7 sages. So like for us, the number 7 is also very, very important.
Can I ask you a question?
I just got back, so I'll catch up.
So, as a Native American, right, I get offended sometimes when I'm called Indian because I'm not from India. What do you think about that? Like, people always
it's
call us
understandable because your people were called Indians out of a sheer mistake of idiot that
Yeah. What do you think about that? The natives are called Indians all the time.
I mean, like, actually, Christopher Columbus wanted to find India. Instead, he found America, and he started calling you guys Indians.
Yeah, some mistaken identity. It should be corrected.
Well, what do you mean calling us Indians? We were Indians when Christopher Columbus was around.
No,
not that.
What
You
this
wanted to go
gentleman
to
is
India.
explaining to you, Pops, is Christopher Columbus sailed away from the UK looking for India. When he found the Americas, he thought he had found India. That's why he called the fair, dark-skinned people out here Indians, because he thought they were Indians.
I
but
gotcha.
they're not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Christopher Columbus, instead of reaching India, he reached the USA, and he thought he had reached India, and he started calling the Native Americans Indians.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
but we're not from India.
Well, it's documented facts. When he went back to England, he was called a fucking idiot by the royalty.
As for on, so why do you think Pelosi went to Taiwan?
Just to create trouble, that's all. Like what, when you just try to spread democracy like this recklessly, like, let's say any country, if you bring like a military presence very strongly close to their borders, they will react with violence. I mean, like, next to Ukraine is Russia. I mean, you're putting an entire army over there. Let's say they join NATO, they'll feel threatened only. Obviously, they'll retaliate. So Taiwan also, let's say she goes and makes them preps them up for doing war as well. It's just so close to China, they will feel threatened actually. But what had happened a long time ago is that when the Japanese were defeated, once upon a time in China, the Democratic Party was headed by a revolutionary called Sun Yat-sen. Then this Mao Zedong headed the Communist Party as well. Then a civil war broke out between the Democratic Party founders and the communists. The communists won. So Sun Yat-sen and his people, they fled to Taiwan, and they created the a Republican representative government in Taiwan based on democracy.
Well,
so what happened was
due to one key assassination.
So up till this day, the Taiwanese, the government in Taiwan feels that it is the legitimate government of China. China feels that it's just a sham government, and that Mao Zedong's followers, whoever follows communism, they're the real rulers of China. But if
they're mad about two
Sun,
governments, one country. They're mad about that.
yeah, Sun Yat-sen was backed by the Americans that time to beat Mao Zedong, but Mao Zedong defeated Sun Yat-sen. If Sun Yat-sen would have won, the CCP is also very corrupt. They're evil. The problem is that you can't use violence all the time also. If Sun Yat-sen would have won, China would have been a democratic country, and it would have been a very close ally of the US. But things didn't go according to plan, and it became a communist country actually. And like the representative government ran off to Taiwan. So Taiwan is enjoying all the privileges of that representative government that fled to
and
its
being
country. China
democratic.
actually, like, I think it experimented with communism, and finally I think I forgot who his name was, Deng Xiaoping or someone. No, before Deng Xiaoping, that guy in the 1980s, he abandoned communism and he opened up China to the world.
Mute, Trinity. Well, I mean, if you look at it, in all technicality, Taiwan used to belong to China in the dark ages.
But the problem actually is the CCP is very corrupt.
So is the US.
Yeah.
The US is very corrupt.
Yeah.
So is India. I think the whole world is corrupted right now.
No. Now actually, I think most of the politicians all over the world are corrupt only. If there's a democracy in any country, the politicians are bought by corrupt businessmen as well. So I think bribery and corruption will be a part of everyday life in a democratic country. That is for sure.
Well, you know, it's always
it's not a very fun future.
It's always been a part of life, but they hid it. Now they're not hiding it no more.
So why have they become so brazen? Why have they become so flamboyant with their corruption? Like, what changed?
Technology. They could control more with technology.
Maybe why people just realize. No, but not that. Maybe people realize that there's no use in trying to hide it, and like see, once upon a time, people were very clandestine about many things. Now more people are like open about many things. So it's the same thing with corruption as well.
Well, we're in the stages right now. They're trying to find out who their supporters are.
Maybe that's what
the supporters is going to come to a point that they use this technology against them.
Maybe they're flamboyant to see who their descendants are too, to be able to ostracize them later.
Well, they own the media too. That's what helps now. They never owned all the media outlets. Now they own all of it.
Right?
All the media is owned.
When you heard what happened in Canada too, right? Like you can't be a official news thing without the government and getting this little fucking thing. Rebel media can't even do it. And like the citizens can't talk about the government anymore either.
Oh, no. It's even worse.
Yeah, Truth was talking us about.
No. Canada's talking about passing a human euthanization bill. Yeah. Like if they you just said there's going to be born with a mental defect or something, they're trying to pass a law where they can kill your kid off without your choice.
I might sound crazy if I say this, but I think the only country that's not corrupt right now is Afghanistan. These Taliban are very, very religious, right? They're religious fanatics, so they won't be corrupt.
They're pretty hard set in their ways. Yeah, that's for sure.
They're not corrupted.
They're corrupted in their thinking, but other than that, no.
Well, there's a reason why God said when the Hebrews were stiff-necked, he would pass his word to a different bloodline of his people, and the word would be different. No, that's Trinity echoing.
Oh. Yeah, Trinity, shut that YouTube off. Go ahead.
But there's going to be a different bloodline he passed the word down to, and who else would that be besides the other bloodline of Abraham?
Yeah.
So who would that make? That would make Iran, Syria, and nations of that culture, Turkey and them other surrounding nations around Israel that was past the word. And these also happen to be the heavily Muslim areas. So that is the different word that God passed down. There's no sense for us and the Muslims to be fighting. I mean, at the end of the day, they say that Muhammad is their prophet, but you can easily discount that to the ones that truly follow after God by telling them, go to certain scriptures and tell you Torah's got the answer. And not to mention, how is Muhammad your head prophet when he never prophesied one thing?
He never performed a single miracle in his whole life.
And he wasn't the one mentioned in the Quran the most. Yeshua was.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, he never performed a single miracle. All he did was he was a gangster. Actually, he created a false religion.
Yeah, he's where the story of the 40 Thieves comes from.
Yeah, I mean, Islam is nothing but a gangster religion.
Let's see who
oh boy.
Candy
but at the end of the day, if you read the Quran properly, it teaches you Yeshua HaMashiach is your prophet.
Hold on, let's see who this is. Canadian.
Hey, Pops, how are you?
All right.
Yeah, that's Canadian.
I just wanted to hear you say something. I don't want to get flashed.
You know me. You know me. We yelled at each other on Global a few times.
That's all right. That's what makes it.
You go over to Global FM?
That's what makes life good, when you can argue with people and not take it personal.
Yeah, you gotta shake it up.
I don't call it argument, Pops. We had a good conversation with differing point of views, and we actually listened to each other.
Right, there you go.
That's what this shit's all about.
You guys actually go to Global FM?
Well, it's pretty much dead right now, but it's coming back.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like every time I watch it. It's dead.
Well, there was a problem among the organizers of it, and they're reorganizing.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually a co-host over there, so
that's what's up. That'll make me watch it more.
I'm not in on all. Give it about a week or two.
Hey, that'll make me watch it more. At least somebody I know is over there.
How you guys doing? I was just listening to some of the conversation.
So I got an answer for all the problems why we're going through all this. It's very simple. Very simple. These people are being influenced by satanic forces, and the only reason why it's happening is because the Almighty God said it was going to happen. He told you, I'm going to let this happen.
Well, have you heard the new scientific theory that the spin of the Earth has started to speed up, so time itself is accelerating?
Yeah,
that's
Pops.
That's prophesied in the book of Revelations as well.
Time is speeding up. I don't feel any different. I feel like an hour is still an hour.
Your biology isn't speeding up. That's why you don't feel any different. But if you look, man, it gets darker earlier than it used to when we was younger.
The Pops, actually, even one more thing, to be honest, in Hollywood movies, you always see aliens engineering the human race, aliens doing this and that, being the puppet masters behind the scenes as far as the human race is concerned. But if you actually look closely at Hollywood movies, these aliens just behave like demons. They like to conquer, they like violence, they like bloodshed, they have sociopathic tendencies. It's just like the thing is, the aliens is just a cover for demons. That's it. It's demons masquerading as aliens. You look at
it's not even the demons. It's the parents of the demons, because if you think about it, they had a hand in our creation. They was there during our creation.
I agree with you, Asfaran, though. They are demons.
I agree too.
They're aliens.
I agree too, but they're not demons, Pop. It's the difference between demons and their parents. Their parents is the actual fallen ones. They were actually once heavenly hosts.
Right.
Yeah, but
the demons won't return until they have a body to reanimate. See, the fallen ones never lost their bodies.
I think they made aliens organic. They could put demons in them.
The fallen ones never lost their bodies. They were just stripped of their glory.
No, but I think the fallen ones made aliens, and they're actually demons, but we call them aliens. Like a demon to me probably looks like a gray.
No, because if you look at Hollywood movies, you see any Hollywood movies where alien invasions takes place, they behave just like demons only. That's it. A complete disregard for life.
Yep.
What do you say? Using human as cannon fodder. It's what demons do. These so-called aliens, in the name of being some advanced civilization, all they do is pillage and conquer, and then they suck out all the resources. It's what a demon does. The exact behavior of demons.
Well, like I said, it's something actually one step above it.
Succubus.
It's the fallen ones, and you have to keep that in mind. Because, see, the demons are spirits that are disembodied Nephilim. They are limited in their power. But see, when we're dealing with the actual fallen ones that were heavenly hosts, they function on this dimension as well as another dimension. They are way far more a threat than their children, the demons.
Mm-hmm. But the demons are influencing people.
See, but we have to give them an option over our influence. See, they wasn't there from our creation. They don't know how we work on the inside and the out. Where the fallen ones, they can just backdoor and enter you. You don't have to give them permission. You don't have to open no gateways or no portals for them to enter. They can just enter.
They've been there since the beginning,
right? Flawed and you are with sin, they can just enter.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if they can just enter. I don't know if the Almighty God will let them give them that type of power.
Who are the fallen ones? The Anunnaki?
Pops, think about what you've read. There's a time that they're granted their power back to do such. And that's the time that we're coming upon.
That is definitely for sure. We are coming upon it.
Asberon, how much validity do you put in the ancient Sumerian text with the Anunnaki? Marduk and all that.
There'll be some truth to it because it happened so long ago. You'll need a clairvoyant who can actually interpret all the events.
Not to mention that there's geographical evidence of every site that they've spoken of, including the drill hole in Africa that they bore a hole to the center of the earth mining gold.
Yeah, but the problem is history somewhere between. Some human beings also tend to exaggerate events. So you'll need a kind of special power whereby your third eye will be opened. When your third eye is opened, you'll be able to actually distinguish fact from fiction. So even though supernatural events would have took place in the past, it will be somewhere between fact and fiction. There you'll be able to give the correct kind of, you'll get a correct understanding, and the right type of evidence will be presented in front of your eyes. Because I'll admit that these things have happened, but you actually also will have to come to the fact that human beings tend to exaggerate certain things. They make myths out of molehills as well. So you'll need some supernatural powers to understand exactly what happened. There'll be some truth. I'm not saying that they won't, but God knows how much it is true and how much is false.
Hey, check this out. Imagine we see something like that coming around, like a space monster.
It'll be there, but it's there in other realms. It's not.
What are they going to do when they see that? What are you going to do when you wake up one day and you see that shit walking around?
I'm going to take my advice from ancient texts, and I'm going to fight them with a sword that is copper infused. And I'm not going to attempt to use bullets against something like that.
Nope. Why copper infused?
I don't know. It's just what the ancient myths and legends say.
I thought it was silver.
Asberon, you did sub to me, right? I didn't get a notification of it, though. It was weird.
Okay. 1 minute.
Well, you got to think back in the day, a process to harden copper is they would add silver to the copper.
Yeah. Because the copper's harder than silver, probably. But probably even add some steel in there. I want a sword. I think we're gonna need swords. I don't think guns are gonna be the answer. I think we need.
You need supernatural. You need spells, not swords. Only if you've got supernatural powers with spells, you can fight them, not with swords.
So you got any spells, Asberon?
Well, that's what we call the Holy Spirit. you had the Holy Spirit in you, you'll definitely be able to fight one with a sword. Will you be able to survive the fight? Is it destined for you, or is your time at that day? Is the question.
Hey, I always say this. You guys heard me say it plenty of times. If I ever got up to the gates of heaven and the Almighty asked me, "What do you want?" I tell him, "Send me back down. I want to be a demon slayer." That's my fantasy.
So send me down as Pops the vampire slayer.
I don't know, demon slayer, man. Some people want to be baseball players, football players. I want to be a demon slayer. I would just wake up every day a happy man.
Well, I mean, Pops, think about it like this. Nothing is outside of your will other than if it's outside of the Father's will. He has never spoke against us being able to do such, but he hasn't spoke for us doing such. So there might be some wiggle room for such a thing to be willed into existence.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
I mean, it does speak of us judging the angels. Well, I mean, it didn't say the 144,000 and Christ took every last one of them out by themselves. It did say there was a last remnant of survivors. It never mentioned that last remnant was fighting for anything other than just survival. Yep. Because part of survival in a situation like that and fighting for it would be fighting them things as well.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone, Ninja, so that's why I'm not able to subscribe. I've written down your link. I'll subscribe later.
No problem. All I know is, we'll survive.
Well, I gotta admit, both times that I bumped into this guy, I love his knowledge. I really do. I love his viewpoints and his knowledge.
I like Asferon's knowledge, but I also like him because he makes me laugh sometimes. He has
it's only because he likes some fresh pops.
He has a funny way about him. I can't explain it, but
that's what you said last time. But we haven't given him an opportunity for that. The last couple of times, it's been serious conversations.
He calls. I remember one day he goes, he was talking about women, and he goes, "Yeah, I want to get a fresh one." And we're like, "What do you mean a fresh one?" He goes, fresh. I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "So fresh one meant virgin." He goes, "Yeah, fresh."
Okay.
Yeah, just got hosed down at the local car wash. No miles.
I fell off my chair though when he goes, "Yeah, I want a fresh woman." I'm like, "What do you mean fresh woman? Fresh."
Well, in his culture, they're very reserved compared to us. I mean,
no, but I guess they call virgins fresh.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying that.
Like Asferon said, to get like a fresh hooker in his country is like $20,000 or something like that. It's some crazy number. I was like, really? He goes, "Yeah, you got to get them fresh."
But that's not.
I never heard of a virgin hooker. Did you?
Hey, you got to think that's not really that crazy. I mean, you have to step outside of your daughter. You have to pops. You have to step outside of your culture's norm and try to understand his culture. That's the whole thing. When your whole environment is like that, that's the way things are going to be.
No, but
that's like us and our guns. How many times has our friends in Canada or the UK been like they don't understand us Americans and our guns?
Oh, they don't understand at all. No, but what I'm trying to say is Asferon said like a fresh hooker. There is no such thing as a fresh hooker.
There is in the Middle East.
You buy somebody's daughter, or you buy a woman, but if she's a virgin, she ain't a hooker.
Well, I mean, if that's the intent that you have for her after you use her, you bought her. That's what she becomes.
But in Colombia, but not that in Colombia they auction virgins as they auction virgins in the brothels in Colombia.
Wow. Now here's a question, Asferon. Is it voluntarily, do they have a choice in themselves being auctioned off, or is it like a form of slavery?
People pay a lot for a virgin hooker. So over here or in Colombia, it sells like people are willing to pay that price.
I believe you.
Wow.
Wow.
Yo, who's that? Trinity? Shut that shit off, man.
I'm telling you, Pops, I know plenty of dudes in America, the way they talk, they pay that money to marry, not to have her as a hooker, but marry a girl like that.
Right, but when he first was talking about it, let me explain to you a little more detail. He said hooker. He didn't say anything about being a virgin. So we're like, how could it cost $20,000 for a hooker in India?
Okay,
And you can get one in America for, let's say, $200, right? So then he goes, well, they got to be fresh. And we're going, fresh? What do you mean? He goes, fresh. I go, what do you mean? He goes, virgin. I go, oh, all right. Now I understand why they're $20,000.
Oh, shit, think about them hookers in Dubai. Shit, them bitches cost hella money because they'll do anything.
How much is
anything.
How much is a non-fresh hooker in your country, Asfaran?
It depends on her looks. If she's an actress, struggling actress, or
just an average girl.
Yeah,
average pretty girl.
An average girl be maybe I think maybe how much would it maybe
like
500, like an average looking girl be something like less than even $500.
Yeah, so it's like going to a brothel or something like that, right?
Yeah. They'll be unattractive to look at.
Hey, you could come in America and
He
get one.
said they'll be unattractive to
you
look
can get
at.
one for $20 over here, unattractive.
Yeah, they like on the whole, Indians are unattractive people. Only some 5% of the Indians look good. Rest are like not very attractive to look at.
So what are you saying? 95% of Indian people are unattractive?
Well, no.
Yeah,
Wait,
not,
see that? No. That may be a culture thing, Pops. Because see, you got to think they're used to certain features on a woman, and then other features that they're not used to is exotic to them and makes a woman more pretty. So I mean, like I've met a lot of men from his country. They love Caucasian women with blonde hair.
Yep, they love it. Asfaran loves it. Tell him, Asfaran.
Yeah,
I already know.
Asfaran loves blondies.
But that's like that everywhere, actually. Everyone likes Caucasian features all over the whole world.
I don't like Caucasian. I like Latin-looking women. Like olive skin, dark hair. I like olive
Yeah, depending
skin.
where you're at in America, if you're in a big epic center
I like them all too.
big city, we're pretty diverse in our big cities.
Yeah, I like them all, honestly. But if I had,
I love the whole rainbow.
If you told me to pick one, like to give you like kind of like what I like Salma Hayek when she was younger, like in Desperado, that movie, or the vampire movie. Like I like that.
Yeah. Salma Hayek.
I like Crazy Redhead.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
I married a very beautiful dark-skinned woman, though, but I've been with the whole rainbow of Skittles.
Yep, Exile's got a very pretty dark-skinned woman.
Yeah, but Salma Hayek looks exactly like an Indian only. She when you look at her, she looks like an Indian only.
Like Pocahontas.
Yeah, but Selma's also got a mustache if you look close enough.
All I know is her body is kicking.
Yeah, that's true.
But she was younger, not now. Now I don't like her no more. She got like ugly looking.
Yeah.
But I'm in that that's my style. I like brunettes. Let's put it that way.
You said there's a lot of ugly bitches in India, though, huh?
You like your Melissa Milanos, huh, Pop?
Man, I got to go to India then. It'll be like a field day over there.
Yeah, he said a whole bunch of ugly bitches.
I'll take all those dark-skinned Indian women, no problem.
No,
you can have all the light ones.
The thing actually is, I think if you saw them, even you too wouldn't want to have sex with them.
I don't know. I think the most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on, though, was a dark-skinned Egyptian woman. It was just something about her accent. I mean, she was just absolutely beautiful. Her skin just had a glow to it.
I don't know, man. I can't imagine that there's that many ugly Indian women in your country. I would imagine there's like every other country. There's ugly and there's pretty.
But not that. See, then if that's the case, Indians do the worst on Tinder. So there's got to be some reason. Tinder is again based on sexual attraction of the physical looks. So Indians do the worst.
Indian men. I would think Indian men do the worst.
Indian men, yeah, and even Indian women also. See, if the man looks ugly, even the parents who produced it, the mother and the father, they'll also have to look unattractive. I've stayed in India my whole life. I've seen how Indians look. I've gone to other countries, and I've seen how Indians aren't physically attractive. Some 5% look good. That's all. But 5% again is a big number for India, because that will be like around 70 million people. So 70 million people out of 1.4 billion people, 70 million is a big number then again.
I don't know. I see a lot of pretty Indian girls in America. I think it's maybe in your country they don't dress up right, they don't wear the makeup and all that.
No, the problem, especially in the southern part of our country, in South India, is that many of them are inbred. The relatives marrying each other is very common. That is why they don't look so attractive. Cousins marrying each other, blood relatives marrying each other is very common.
Oh shit! Sorry. They say that in this picture, this guy didn't take a bath for 68 years in India. Is that true? There might be some guy in India and never took a bath for 68 years.
I think so. I read it on Guinness Book of World Records. I read it somewhere. It could be true.
Could you imagine that? Oof.
That's what this picture is. This guy supposedly didn't take a bath for 68 years in India.
Jeez, his skin's turned black practically. Look at him.
There's got to be some attractive women, though. I mean, look, this guy.
India's got plenty of attractive women. I think Asperon is like, I don't know. But like he said, 5% is 70 million. That's enough for me.
And there's got to be one.
Got to be one real smoking, you know.
What's up with the taking deformed children and then making them Ganesh and walking them around in the cities and throwing parades?
Those Indian girls in Bollywood movies are real pretty.
Yeah, but then again, like during the festival season, they'll dress up like these guards. But some of them, I've noticed, they'll dress up like these guards and they'll just beg for money. That's one weird thing.
Who's that? One of the Jonas brothers is married to a pretty Indian woman.
Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's the former Miss World.
Well, she's still Indian, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's from Sri Lanka, right?
No, she's from India.
Oh. Isn't that the same place, basically?
No, Sri Lanka is an island country.
But it's right by India, though, right? Like, isn't it part of India and if heavily influenced? Don't you have basically influence?
No, Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country. India is a majority Hindu country, but Sri Lanka has been influenced by us. Well, Buddhism is an offshoot of Hinduism.
You're very close to each other, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, a guy can swim from India to Sri Lanka.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Just like the way they could swim across the English Channel, they can swim from India to Sri Lanka. But they don't do that. They can travel by boat.
I don't know, man. A lot of hot Indian girls, too. I guess I just love women, but like, look at this. These are all Indian women. They're all pretty.
Yeah. They fall in the 5% category.
Yeah.
I love Asperon.
I might have to say that about some native women, too. They're not so...
I don't know, man. So what you're basically saying, you're basically saying, Asperon, like your race is ugly. That's what you're saying.
I mean, you have to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, you have to be honest about certain things. Yeah, Indians are not very attractive to look at on the whole.
Asperon, are you in the bottom 95% or in the 5%?
No, I think you can put me in the 5% because you don't come across a...
He was born blessed, bro.
I love Asperon. He said, I'm in the 5%.
Yeah.
Because like how often do you come across a fair Indian? So over here, I'll be in the 5%.
I got you.
Yeah, he's light-skinned and he works out, bro, you know.
I'll be honest, I like them all. I even like the Martian in Star Trek. That green girl, she was hot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't care what color they are, as long as they're hot.
Oh, yeah. The green one in Guardians of the Galaxy, for sure.
Yeah, she's all right. That's, what's her name? What was her name? I like the one in
Something.
Star Trek better though. But I got the one in Guardians Galaxy is pretty good looking too. But what's her name again?
You know,
what's
the
that
girl.
actor's name? No, what's her name? She's an actress. I forgot her name.
Fucking man.
Who?
I don't know the fucking name, man.
Let's go check it out. Let's see who it is.
Fucking Selma Hayek.
No. Let's see. I forgot her name. She's
Tracy Lords, bro. Tracy Lords. That's who it was.
Tracy Lords. That's a porn star.
Oh shit. Allegedly.
Yeah. Her name is Zoe Salanda.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that.
Yeah. She's
Fuck
all right.
everybody.
She's all right. I think the one in Star Trek is better looking.
Oh, fucking Zoe Salandras, man. You know what I mean? That sounds like something you put on a fucking sandwich. God dang. Subway. I'll take a little Zoe Salamich.
She got a few pictures. She's pretty good looking. And
take it easy with the lettuce, you know?
Yeah.
Oh shit, she stole his phone. Oh shit. What up, you? Hey girl. You muted though. We can't hear you. You muted.
Hey Pops.
There you
What's
are.
up? Yeah, that's Sol Solandra, the one in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
She's hot.
Yeah, see?
No, Zoe
She's definitely hot. I wouldn't be throwing her out of bed, that's for sure.
I mean, you know.
Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana is her name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just came by to say hello, guys.
Hey,
How's it going?
Oh, hi.
What you got she got a new hairdo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I took out my braids and I cut my hair.
So now you look cute instead of sexy?
I'll take that.
Yeah, you look cute. Hey, there's nothing wrong with changing it up. You gotta make your husband think he's cheating on you all the time. Change it up.
I know, right?
You gotta mix it up, man. Right? This Ray's like, who's this new girl? Yeah, keep that shit going.
Yeah, sit there and be like, oh, okay, my name is I can't do no regular like crazy name. I have to do something, you know, like my name is Crystal, you know, Crystal or some shit crazy.
Boo Boo Ray.
You look like you look like a daisy right now. Yeah, daisy.
A daisy. That'll be a good day.
Yeah.
All right. I just stopped by to say hi, guys.
I appreciate you.
That was nice. That was real nice.
Yeah, she's so funny. She's come on my show sometimes, and she'll get really into it. Like she'll be like, "Wait a minute, let me talk," and she'll just go. I'll be like, "Go ahead, go get him, go get him." You want her? She's like a pit bull. You want her as your lawyer.
Looking right.
But
I heard her speak many times. It's been my pleasure.
Got Trash Can in the house. Anybody want to watch a pretty good show? Trash Can puts on a pretty good show, man. He'll tell you like it is. He calls it the way he sees it. He don't hold no bars held with him.
No F's given.
Nope.
That's the way to run it too, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the way I run it all the time. I don't give a shit.
Right.
It is what it is, you know? I call it the way I see it. Sometimes I'm wrong. Hey, what are you going to do? I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of questions and a lot of theories, you know?
What do you think about this Alex Jones trial? He's been getting into trouble a whole bunch by the judge. Judge don't like him.
They're railroading him. The judge is on the, it's all fixed, rigged.
Yeah.
They're not going to get a lot of money from him because he's going to go bankrupt anyway. But they're just bringing him through the mill.
Are they trying to kill the show, you suppose?
I don't think they can. I think he could just dissolve the whole corporation and start all over. They can't stop him. The only way if they really wanted to stop him, he'd be 8 feet under.
Well, yeah.
So it's a little more of a show. They want to just wring him through the mud. They want to scare people off. Like they just sentenced one of the people to 7 years. That was in January 6th. They put him at 7 years.
No fucking way.
7 years. But this guy had a gun on him or some shit. So I don't blame them then in that way. You know, maybe he wasn't really, maybe he was like an Antifa or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But supposedly it's a year and a half, and all those people they arrested, Some of them were just like doing tourists, like just walking through. They're still in jail a year and a half later.
Well, what about that politician that shot that lady in the face? I mean, at the end of the day, he wasn't armed security. He wasn't supposed to have his gun in the building.
Yeah.
What charges is he facing?
Jack shit.
But you
That's
know,
a federal offense if you're not authorized, don't have authorized security to bring a weapon in the building. So
You
what
guys
offense
got to
did he
remember
face?
that was a violent insurrection what happened that day to the people's house, and what happened, you know, in other parts was mostly peaceful rioting. Okay,
they let them in there. It was all planned. They wanted it to happen, and it happened. But like with Alex Jones and Sandy Hook, this is the way I look at it. Alex Jones may have said what he said, but Alex Jones didn't shoot those children. Okay?
no,
Alex
he didn't.
Jones didn't do it on purpose. He
He
made a mistake.
truly believed what he was saying. So how do you hold a man responsible for something he truly
Alex
believes?
Jones is the
with his
media.
brain?
Alex Jones was asking questions that nobody else wanted to ask. He was asking
Well,
the
he
hard
was
questions.
he was going with a narrative that he was led on a caller that called him in, you know, and then from that right there, that's what started leading him down a rabbit hole. That's what came out in trial and everything. He says that on this day, he, you know, because he normally has it open for callers, and there were callers calling in and saying shit, which tried to start leading him down that road.
I mean,
And then he should have did more research into it, but it felt right, and there were people backing it up, so he went with it.
Yeah. But
But
they lie about
normally
a lot
he
of stuff.
looks into shit, you know?
Nobody's accountable for what happened in Iraq. They said they had weapons of mass destruction. They sent an army there and blew up the whole country. Killed thousands of people. But
I've had short interviews with plenty of military that was serving at that time in that situation that said no, there was no weapons of mass destruction. And this is from low security clearance to high security.
Right, but why ain't the media held accountable when they make mistakes and they lie and they get caught? Why aren't they all getting sued and going to jail? Nope, because you know why? They're not Alex Jones.
Well, exactly. They want to shut him down. They want to quiet him really bad.
Well, shutting him down is basically going after the patriotic people in America. They want to spook the people in America.
The same thing as Project Veritas and James O'Keefe. They're trying to shut him down.
Look at that January 6th thing, okay? They arrested 700 people.
Yeah.
There are people still in jail that really didn't do anything but trespass, but yet they're still there. So do you think the average American now wants to go to a protest and say, holy shit, if I go to that protest, maybe they catch me on a camera and now they're putting me in jail?
Yeah.
Well, they had a lady.
This is what they did to the people.
They had a lady that owned a hairdresser place out here named Kim Dragoo, and she was part of the insurrection. They had pictures of herself on Facebook climbing through one of the windows.
Well, it wasn't it. Let's get one thing straight.
Hold on. It took a long time for them to come. It was a long time for them. I just said involved in that situation.
They call it an insurrection.
But the thing is, it took them a while to come get her because I guess the town that I'm living in is one of the first places that endorsed Trump. Right. And, at the time they were saying he incited that all. So it's like it took them a while to come get her, but they came and picked her up. I think eventually anyone they can identify, they're going to pick them all up.
Yeah, with all that, with the cameras and the facial recognition. But they keep calling it an insurrection and all. The worst thing that's happened to America since Pearl Harbor. Get out of here. Please, give me a break. Antifa was burning down cities in Portland. That was an insurrection. Right?
Hold on. Our government napalmed Boston. That was an insurrection. Right. Our government bombed Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. That was an insurrection. Our government released Agent Orange in the 60s and the 70s to test it in the population of St. Louis, Missouri. That was an insurrection.
What about the Twin Towers? That was an insurrection.
Exactly.
Well, I was just talking about things that they have admitted to.
They've actually declared war on their own people, basically. This is what's going on. They're declaring war on us.
I'll be leaving because we have a function today, so I won't be able to stay for long.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you come back another time. You're always welcome.
Okay.
You know that.
Bye. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, Asperon. But listen, look, the sad part is everybody, 95% of the population knows it's bullshit, but yet they're getting away with it. That's the problem I have.
They're getting away with it because nobody's wanting to do anything about it, and there's not much we can really do.
The average person can't do anything. I don't control the FBI. I don't control the judicial system. I'm not a judge. So nobody's going after these people.
We have no cages to throw tyrants in, but they got plenty of cages to throw us in.
There you go. That's right. There's no cage. There's no tyrants going to jail. None of them. Zero. They're getting glorified.
Right.
And that's the way it's rolling. I mean, this is what we're up against.
Well, I think true nonviolent protest is in order. I think that, it should be, sit-ins, and I think it should be, protests of like Amazon and Walmart, like you said. And
well, you got to think there was professional people that'd be at some of these meetings and stand up and try to say something. They're silenced or escorted out.
Yeah. But I'm saying en masse, though, that's how you get it to happen, is you need way more people.
But then, it turns into them doing that to the mass, and then it turns into a riot situation anyway, because, people feel like they're not going to do what they're supposed to do regardless.
Right.
And then
so why should I have to
do it? Cycle of bullshit. I mean, it's going to take the creator coming back, bro. It really is.
Yeah.
His children been left without him for too long. They're too lost.
Okay, so some say that if that happens, though, that'll be the false prophet.
Well, I mean, yeah, we know a false prophet's going to come, and we know many is going to be fooled by his fake miracles and lying wonders and all of that. But I mean,
well, because he'll have a silver tongue.
You got to keep in mind that he's going to come first. Everything's going to seem really good for like 7 years, or at least half of those 7 years. And then we're going to go through hell for the other half of the 7 years. And then finally the good guy is going to come after we're all beaten down and wishing we're dead. And that's for the ones that do survive. And I ain't claiming myself to be one. I hope to be one, but statistically, chances are very, very slim to next one.
Yeah, you don't know if
for any of us, for real.
You don't know about your statistics of being raptured?
There's so much confusion going on. We ain't to the part where everything that's been hidden has been revealed. So honestly, no. Plus, when you read the word in its proper context, the proper way, there ain't going to be a rapture until Armageddon's over. There's not going to be a rapture until the setup of the new earth and the new heaven. That's when the rapture happens. That's when you're caught up to get your glorified body for the people that survive. That's when people are called out the grave and given their glorified body and state. That's when the others come together that are believers. That's when the others that weren't doing wrong, they're revived to be judged. Yep. With all the rest of us.
But I'll tell you, in the meanwhile.
And then, hold on. Then after we are judged, we get to judge all of the fallen ones for all of the deception and all of the loss of our bloodlines that we lost to hell. That's the way the story truly goes. But if you listen to churches and stuff, you'll have this fantasy made up version of what the word is, and you'll have this fantasy that you can be taken away from the judgment to be poured out. Sorry, he told us we were all wicked wretched. We all turn to him. So trust me, we are all going to go through the judgments. I believe, honestly, God is so powerful, even the dead will not escape the judgments.
I agree. But I think I can tell you this. I think the next presidential election, if they pull off the same shit they did in 2020, I think America will erupt. I don't think the people in the middle of the country, all the, down south, I think they're putting up with it now, and they're figuring, well, in 2024, we'll get somebody and change things up. If they do the same exact thing they did in 2020, it's going to be on, because I don't know how much longer people can hold out.
I'm a different kind. I'm not a lefty. I'm not a righty. I'm not an independent. I choose not to flip that coin. Let Caesar have that coin. Let him have which belongs to him. And that includes this world government.
Really, you want Caesar to have his spoils, huh?
He can. Bro, I ain't never been on the top tier of it. I'm never going, let's face reality, I'm never going to be on the top tier of it. I'm not born of that bloodline. So, honestly, life is going to be fleeting.
I'm of the kind that could never be close to Caesar.
A whole lot of lessons learned and a whole lot of misery along the way.
I'll be happy just not knowing I'm going to die and living for forever. I'll be happy just with that. I'll make my own way. I ain't worried about money or anything like that.
I'll be happy if I make it into heaven, just because I'll be next to the Father, and all these questions that I have that man can't answer, he can answer what is in his will to answer to me. Not that didn't even sound right, but answer as far as the questions that I have for me, if he's willing to do so.
I agree with you. But
Anyway, I
anyway,
don't want that to sound like there was some kind of authority in that over God. Definitely remember that.
I'm gonna wrap this up, guys.
All right then.
Any last words either one of you guys want to say? We'll start with you, Ninja Trail.
Boom shakalaka laka.
How about you, Exile?
Wondering where the real Mark Barrows is.
Yep. R.I.P. Mark Barrows. The sock account of Mark Barrows.
I got you. Anyway,
Grim Sleeper. Hey, Grim Sleeper got a name change, and now he's Limp Willie. So we need to recognize that he put on his skirt.
But I like to thank everybody for coming on, and everybody just make sure you hit the like button. Helps out, I guess, a little bit.
Yep.
And may the Almighty God bless you and your family. And Pops out.
Later.
Later.